to try.
To keep?
We'll see.
Let's do it, George! Let's go, George!
I got you. It's all good. It's all good.
Like, you know, that's how we treat everybody here. Like, wow.
Yep.
Like, we talk like we was on everybody. All right. You ready to do this, fam?
I think I've seen this fly bird before, but it's good, dog. Tell me it's good. Prickly pear, what's that one? Oh, blood orange.
Blood orange. See, I don't like blood or fruit. Blood orange. All right, Pivot Socks. Appreciate everybody who caught Pivot Socks. Like I said, you buy a pair of Pivot Socks, you contribute to an episode of this podcast. Like I said, I appreciate everybody who tags me when they order, sends me their orders or whatever. I appreciate Pivot for supporting the show. GetPivot.com, promo code Sneak This Podcast. I bought some pairs this weekend. I support my own stuff. I use my own discount code. All right. Now I don't know if many people do that, but I did it. Got some fresh pairs coming, George. So they mine, not yours. So just an FYI. But like I said, GetPivot.com is on the screen. Promo code Sneak This Podcast.
You bought plaid to match your kilt.
Fam, I'm telling you, dude. Every episode, you buy a pair of socks, we'll be back, all right? Y'all buy some socks after this episode. We'll be back next week. That's how it goes, huh? All right, let's do this, yo. Sneak This Podcast, episode 283. We almost had 300. George, Greg, back in the building. We got a first-time guest, fam. First-time guest. We got the homie Tim.
Yes, sir. In the building.
In the building. I tell you, we get brand new people in here. I'm like, you gotta get comfortable because we gonna talk to you like we've known you forever. All right? Like I said, man, appreciate you coming through. I tell people all the time, man, you in Arizona. I didn't even know you was in Arizona. Yeah. We was on Twitter all the time, talking back and forth. We post a podcast, which I definitely appreciate.
Yes, sir.
Comments, retweeting, you know, all that type of stuff. So I don't even know what I was doing. I looked at something that said Avondale or somewhere. I was like, what the? Like, yo, man, come to the show. Like, what the heck?
And I'm like, bet, I'll pull up.
Yeah. I'm like, I tell anybody, as long as you want to come to the podcast, you gonna talk and you cool.
Yeah.
Come to the podcast, man. It's down the street. This show ain't that serious, you know. Oh, he brought us some gifts too. Look at this.
You know, show my appreciation.
He said it's some Southern hospitality.
You know, some Southern hospitality. You know, a little razzle dazzle.
Look at that, man. We got something to drink. I'm not gonna drink it on the show. I want to. Anytime I drink on the show, though, if I go home and edit, I can't do it. I'll be gone. I'll be standing up weird. Then my wife already get mad because I come home late from podcast, and then I come home smelling like.
But make sure you share it with your wife. You gotta share it with your wife.
See, you know what? I would. And my wife used to be a drinker, but she retired. She retired from drinking. Like, I thought it was just a temporary thing, but like she actually quit on me. Like, just quit on me. I'm like, so now I feel whack, you know, going somewhere trying to get a drink, you know, but it is what it is. But we
wait, like even if you just go to dinner, she won't get anything? Wine or nothing?
Nothing. Oh, wow. Zero now. Pure, all right?
Pure, all right, yes,
pure.
we're the demons.
Pure, she won't even take a swig. We was in Paris, won't even let the grapes touch her lips, wouldn't let the wine, wouldn't even let the wine touch her. Me and Narita, her sister, my sister-in-law, Narita ever, we was putting the bottle back. Lucille was like this, no.
Why? I haven't heard this story yet.
She just stopped. I don't know, man. She just stopped, man. Hold on real quick. Oh, shout out to what's the IGs and all that stuff. Twitter's IGs.
I got, IG Pretty Flacco, Pretty _Flacco _1985. Instagram Mike _Lowry _fourth member of Griselda. I'm a huge Griselda fan.
Huge Griselda fan.
I love them. Love the Coke raps. I love them.
I love Griselda though. Shout out to the homie Lowe's. Lowe's put me on a Griselda back when like they first pulled up on the scene.
What's your favorite one out the group?
I mean, I like Conway.
Okay. The machine.
I mean, Westside Gun is cool.
He's the animated one.
He is the animated one, but like, I don't like how sometimes he be acting on social media.
I mean, he's interesting though.
I don't know, but I will say, like, I would think I do appreciate with Griselda. They respond like on social media. They talk to cast. They like your stuff. They retweet. Like, I like them cast stuff. I like the amount of music they put out. Sometimes it's a bit too much.
They put out a lot
because I can't grow with the music if like, oh shoot, like another Conway drop or whatever, or another Westside Gun dropped or whatever. But I appreciate it. You ain't gotta wait years. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta wait like a Drake, a CLB. You know that joint drop every single.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta wait on a Donda. You know that joint drop at midnight every week. You know what I mean? So I'm like, those joints never drop. But hold on, I do want to talk about Batman real quick. You saw Batman?
I did
right?
see it. I did see it.
Okay, now I'm not gonna give any spoiler alerts for anybody listening to this podcast. Okay. Oh, let me ask you first what you thought of it without any spoiler alerts.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. From the writing, from the action, the cinematography, it was dope.
That movie was fire.
I think I'm going to go see it again. I really do.
Oh, I am.
I really do.
I am. I didn't think I could go see another 3 hours. It didn't feel like 3 hours. The movie was worth every single minute. Like, there wasn't a wasted minute in the entire movie. There are some movies you're like, okay, this could have ended at 2:30.
Yeah.
No, it needed the 3 hours.
I'll be the judge.
You ain't gonna go see it.
I'll see it at some point. I'm not going to go to the theater and see it, but I'll see it.
You gotta go to the theater and see this one, though. You gotta see this at theater, though.
I think
it's special.
Theater is reserved for Top Gun 2 the next time I'm going. That's it.
Oh,
Come
wow.
on, man.
See, I love the theater, from the popcorn.
Oh, yeah, the popcorn is mainly the only reason I go. But now that all these, like, Harkins has bagged popcorn in stores now, so it's like, let's go get that.
See, I don't eat popcorn. So, I mean, I get a handful.
You're a wacko, though.
Popcorn is weird.
Let's relax.
Popcorn
Let's
is weird.
relax.
Now, caramel corn, kettle corn, I might partake.
You're supposed to bring your own fruit candies in, your own chocolate. You get $1 refill soda and popcorn. That's it.
No. I ain't doing popcorn. I get a little bit of it. Me and Oscar went to saw Batman at like 10:50 at night. He was heated because they didn't have none of that dust anymore. Remember that dust you throw on your popcorn?
They don't have it anymore.
That stuff is nasty.
Nah, it's good. Give you a little season on the popcorn. I prefer it.
No way. Them joints was like ranch. Them joints was like Chipotle cheddar dust and all that. No.
Yeah,
popcorn
I didn't do that.
weird.
Just give me regular popcorn. And
Really?
Pre-COVID, oh yeah, I definitely did.
I
definitely did.
layer the butter and I put a little bit extra salt on top, and that's it.
But this Batman, first of all, let me tell you something. And I'm not, no spoilers. I'm not giving no spoilers, all right? People that were trying to judge this with Dark Knight, you just can't. You can't. Like, I understand that's like probably everyone's favorite. First of all, everybody's been mad disrespectful to Dark Knight Rises. Bane was phenomenal.
He was.
All right.
He was.
People act like Batman Begins don't even exist with Scarecrow. That was fire too. But like, people be like, yo, Dark Knight's better or whatever. I'm like, fam, Dark Knight came out 14 years ago. Huh? Like, what are you really comparing it to?
I need to rewatch it.
Huh?
I need to rewatch it.
Now, let me tell you something. If you go back and rewatch those Batmans, they're still really, really good. But this Batman, and this is no spoiler, this Batman made it feel like if an actual person wanted to be Batman. Like, it felt real.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like, oh, shoot, it's real. Like, it ain't goofy. Like, he had like a regular motorcycle. He wasn't riding on the bat bike, and he didn't all of a sudden like things is getting chaos. Let me go get the bat plane. Like it was like a regular man being Batman. And
yeah, so it was Kick-Ass Part 3,
bruh. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was like what's funny is that like we talked about it, all the movies that we watch, and like cats be having the most machine guns and Uzis ever, and it don't shoot nobody. This is the only part I will say. Batman got shot at least a good 200 times. All right. I'm talking he was getting blasted. All right. It wasn't like other Batmans. Like, it felt like a real man decided, I'm going to be Batman and do my best in the city. That movie was great. All right.
See, I was a fan of the Riddler. Paul Dano killed that role. I think that's his name. He killed that role.
He killed it. People forget these comics and stuff were written in like the 50s, all right, the 40s and stuff. All right. They had no idea they was going to bring it to motion picture. This Riddler, you got to make him different. You can't have that man running around in no green suit with a question mark cane and riddle me this. You can't have that
Same thing with
stuff.
the Joker.
No, they did. Whoa. Yes, Joker is a little easier to do than the Riddler. Like, think about the rest of the Batman bad guys. We got like Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy.
I mean, Penguin would be easy. You just got to get somebody who's short. Ricardo play.
But Colin Farrell as Penguin, oh, it's gonna be great because they already set it up to like, whoo, like that could be next. Did a good job, like,
they did.
Batman Returns had.
See, Danny DeVito killed that role.
He killed it.
He killed
Danny
that
DeVito
role.
looks like Rico, but being able to control penguins is like a little goofy, but like you can only
But for that time though.
See, you can only compare Michael Keaton Batmans, and then you compare the weird Batmans, the Batman Return, or not Batman, the Batman and Robin, and what's the other one? Val Kilmer.
Batman Forever.
No,
Batman Forever.
With Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Yeah. Yep. You compare those two. Then you compare the Dark Knight series, and this is a standalone. This is now the standard for whatever comes next. All I hope is I don't want to see a Joker in this unless it's Joaquin Phoenix. Did you watch the Joker movie?
I didn't.
Okay. Why?
I didn't. How many more Jokers we need?
Okay, you got to watch this.
Okay.
And this is why I say this. Because when I watched this Joker movie, everybody was expecting Joker like goofy and blood and walking around with dynamite and that type of Joker. Like, you know, Heath Ledger played that perfectly, was like at the top, but not too over the top. It was right there. This was like a real man go crazy. So it was like real. That's why I'm like, yo, if they cross Joaquin Phoenix and this Batman, it'll feel like it could really happen. That's how good it was. Like, this Batman and that Joker, oh my God.
See, I have a comment, but it's going to spoil it, so I can't really say it. I can't really say it.
I'm not spoiling it.
I can't say it.
I'm giving 3 weeks to watch this podcast list before I start talking about details, all right? There is one part, you know what? If you want to cut this off right now, this may be a tiny spoiler. Not a spoiler. There's a part where this is what the difference between this Batman and other Batmans. The very first, like, when things are happening, he don't be flying in and, you know, hanging off the roof. He just came walking through like this. Like, it was some thugs. He walked up like a regular person. He wasn't like wings and all this crazy stuff. He walked in.
I know what I know what scene you're talking about. I know exactly what scene you're talking about.
Everybody in the theater was like, it was just weird. He just like... just came walking up. When he get off the bus? Like, it like he took Uber to go fight.
And wanted
like,
all the smoke. All the smoke.
That's all I'll say. Fire, George. Go see it. Fire. Don't listen to nobody else except my reviews. Sneak this movie reviews. So it's coming soon. Pickups. Anybody?
Got a couple. Definitely had.
We always go to the guests first. Let's see what you got.
Since it's Air Max month. Was National Air Max Day, I want to say, March 26th?
26. George don't celebrate, though. It's against his religion. So, I got my paddles on today.
So I got the Inside Outs, man. These came out like 3 years ago. And I seen them on a blog, like, I want to say a couple of weeks ago. And I was just like, damn, when these came out. And it kind of give you like that off-white look.
You know what's funny?
Like that off-white kind of vibe.
I don't think I ever seen these in hand.
I saw them at the outlet a long time ago.
Like,
I don't know if it was that color.
I didn't know this was like reversed, and I didn't know Inside Out it had the size.
I think the white and black ones were the other color.
Yeah, there's more than one. I don't know which one I saw, but I saw one at the.
Because when I seen them, I said, "Yeah, I got a cop."
These is kind of fire.
I got a cop.
I ain't never seen these like this. So I like this. I know George hates that. You don't like that size thing right there, huh?
See, that doesn't bother me. I mean, it's just the shoe ain't for me.
Because you hated on my Adidas that had the size on the tongue. My shell toes, I like that too. These is clean. You gotta celebrate Air Max month.
All right.
Them is fire. He's such a hater. Though. Drink your prickly pear, though.
I finally pulled the trigger on the Jumbo Blazers.
I gotta see these in hand. These highs or lows?
The highs. So one is the regular shoestring, and the other one I swapped out with kind of like a off-white shoestring to kind of give it the off-white look. Because when I seen them, I said, damn, when these came out, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get them.
So I haven't bought these yet because, like, I was supposed to get them from the homie, but colors keep dropping and pairs keep dropping. I'm like, man, I ain't going to be able to wait too much longer for the homie, though. These is fire.
And they're easy to put on with the elastic. They're easy to put on.
Oh, these blow the regular Blazers out of the water. Now, the low-top ones, have you seen a low-top one yet?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen it in hand yet?
Yes.
Okay. I got to get some low-top ones. Shout out to homie Rick. Rick got almost all of them. These joints are fire. And these blow the regular Blazer model out of the water.
I like them.
I think these joints are super
Okay, George,
fire.
you don't mess with Blazers, huh?
Nah, these ain't for me, but it's definitely better than the regular Blazer.
Look at that.
The Blazer, I mean, you go anywhere these days, the Blazer is like slowly replacing Air Force One and whatever else as like the go-to shoe for like all corny white teenagers. I mean, I just don't.
Man, when I was in the gym, you see people in just regular Blazers at the gym.
Yeah, I don't understand when this happens.
You're supposed to work out in that.
Man, if you don't relax.
That's why when you go to the gym, you see cats wearing Blazers and Vans. And I was like, yo, why can't you wear these Vans? These cats with muscles, Pauls, they was like, yo, you got to have your feet planted on the ground. I was like,
it depends what you're doing. Like if you're squatting or whatever, you want a flat sole shoe instead of like Boost.
But I feel like the regular Blazers, they're uncomfortable in my opinion. Like after a long period of time of wearing them, they hurt your feet.
Shoot, all them Blazers are uncomfortable.
That sole's not flat though. Got those.
Hey, look at that. This is for hooping. This right here, when you like walking on top. That's that pattern.
That's for walking in the snow. That's what that's for.
These joints is fire. This is my first time seeing them in hand. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and buy them. I'm gonna go ahead and get the lows though.
Because I think the lows, the strip, I want to say is lime green if I remember correctly.
Yeah, these joints is fire. You bought on StockX?
Yeah.
They weren't still on sites or nothing?
So they had sold out, and I'm one of those people like, I want it now.
I need it now.
Like, I went ahead and got them.
These joints is clean.
Because I don't go to the mall. I hate going to the mall to try to buy shoes. I hate going to the mall.
It's not impossible anymore. So
it's just a hassle.
Like I wouldn't even know if our malls out here even got the jumbo Blazers. Like I couldn't tell you or not. Like every time I go in like the Champs or anywhere like that, Shoe Palaces, a bunch of Air Maxes. You'll see like some old turf we used to play in, like stuff like that. But cop anything else?
Nah, well, I did get some salmon toe ASIC gel like 5s. You inspired that purchase.
Those joints is fire.
Because the 3s, I'm like, they're going for what, $1,200, $1,300?
Yeah, OG 3s, yeah.
And then I saw them, I said, damn, let me get them for the resale, get a little too high. And I just went ahead and copped them.
Yeah, them joints is resale's been pretty steady on those. They haven't been like super duper high. Now leatherbacks, the black and gray ones, them joints is low. I was about to buy a pair the other day for $118. So 118, $130, something like that. I was like, I might buy them. I seen a pair sell for $88. So I thought about buying them or whatever, but
somebody's smoking.
What you cop, Joe? You cop anything?
Did I say the LeBrons last week? Yeah, I said those last week. I didn't buy anything.
Oh, you get them in hand?
I mean, they came, but they already left.
Oh.
Came and left.
Somebody like did they sell? Oh, really? Like,
I mean, like, are you asking did I make a ton of money on them? No, but sometimes you just gotta get them joints out the door.
That was the Big Bangs?
Nah. What? I don't even think it's released on a general release yet. It only came out on like that Sneakers Cam thing. Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
19 or whatever.
19 low. See, I wanted to just see what the 19 low looks like. Like typically, like in all the LeBron, I like the way the new LeBron looks. It's a little bit big. Like I'm not gonna buy that right now, boot. But I always want to see what the low top version looks like. Like typically, the low top versions are just better than the high top ones anyway. But I just want to see what the 19 look. But I don't like the 19 low compared to what the 19 high or mid or whatever it is looks like. I copped.
I mean, it looks like a golf shoe, to be honest. I mean, it sucks.
Let me see. Oh, that's a picture of it? Dang, what size is that? Huh?
12 and a half.
Let me see.
Man, you need to turn your bright up, huh?
All right.
You can't tell what color.
So you can scan my QR code.
That look like a golf shoe. Yeah, it does.
I copped. Shout out to the homie.
Suck.
Shout out to the homie on Twitter. Motley 18, whatever. He sold me. He listened to the podcast and he sold me. I finally got floral patchwork bands. Oh, that box is cool. What is that? Milk?
I guess so.
Why is it purple? Each Fruity Pebbles turn purple?
I guess.
Fruity Pebbles cereal was disgusting.
It is.
Like, it was never good even as a kid. I never understood Fruity Pebbles. Now, did Fruity Pebbles taste like Trix? Because I used to like Trix.
I have no idea.
I never eat Trix.
Y'all never ate what?
I ain't never eat Trix.
Y'all ain't never had Trix?
The cereal I used to eat was Pops.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yeah, Pops.
That's it.
Of course. But you didn't try all the cereals?
Nah.
Man, y'all just ate one cereal as a kid.
See, I was weird. I ain't even put milk in my cereal. I just eat my cereal dry.
Pops.
You okay, though?
I used to eat it dry like a snack.
Bro, it was parched.
Pour it in a cup with a snack.
Oh, that's different. I do that now. I'll pour cereal in a cup and drive and just pour it in my mouth like that.
You can't do that with Wheaties up.
Fuck around the choke.
Wheaties is nasty. Wheaties has always been a wax cereal.
Wheaties is good.
No, what? Good? No, it's not. It is. Wheaties is
with no sugar, no fruit, just plain.
Wheaties is good.
Like tastes good.
Yes.
It tastes like the box.
All right.
And cornflakes blow Wheaties out of the water. Yes.
Nah.
I eat cornflakes every now and then.
I like cornflakes.
When I'm low key trying to be healthy, I guess.
Yeah, I really like plain Cheerios.
Yeah. Honey Nut Cheerios, Pops, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
My wife likes Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's too much.
What else? You smoking? You just don't like drinking the milk. That's what you think of.
I don't ever drink milk. I'm lactose intolerant now as I got older.
What's the other one? Oh, Apple Jacks.
Oh, Apple Jacks is
fire.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you something. Apple Jacks, one bowl, I'll be on the toilet all day. But them joints is worth it. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Boy, I eat a big bowl of Apple Jacks. And if I gotta do what I gotta do. I copped Vans factory floor. They came to the house today. I wish I would have got them to bring on the podcast.
Yeah, I did cop something. I copped those.
Oh yeah, you got concepts. I got those. Shout out to him, man. I bought 2 or 3 pairs from him that, like, if I was still calling stuff grills, I would have called these grills. So I got the Van Floorworks, now factory floors, and I had my Safari Air Max 1s from him like a couple years back when, you know. Also got Dunk Purple Low, Core Purple Dunks, all sneakers the other day, or not sneakers, Nike app, whatever it was. And then I got the Concepts joints finally came in.
I want to see them in hand.
I know I want to see these in hand. Now, like I said, shout out to Concepts for blessing me and George with a pair of these. We paid for them, for the record. This is the box. All right. Now, like we said, all right, I said these are fire. All right, I haven't looked at them yet. I said they're fire, but I did say that this type of concepts is beneath concept to me. All right, anybody can do this. I do like the box. It's cool. Not the typical concept special box. You know, concepts usually go a little grander, but I like this.
Why you didn't bring the purple dunks? They haven't got to your house yet?
I haven't got to my house yet. They come tomorrow. I told you they were in Goodyear, and then they went to
that's what that was?
sunny California. I don't know where they went. Cats be just pulling up, doing anything. So that's the receipt. I do like the paper, the red paper. I do like that. It smells like sneakers.
Yeah,
I like that.
They did a collab with Sean Witherspoon.
Look at this. Yes, these hippie packs. These ones the mellow. These are called the mellows. All right. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh.
There's some thick materials. That's what I like.
You got to do mushrooms before you wear them. Huh? That's a rule.
Yeah, these is cool, man. These is cold. Yeah. The satin tongue. Now, I have been confused with the pairs because there is an all bandana pair, and then there's a tiger camo / something pair. I do like the speckles. You know what I like about these is just the quality of them. You know, the contrast of colors is a little weird.
And they even did it like Sean. They copied Sean Witherspoon look.
But I like with the strings hanging. But I do like I like the thickness. I like the concepts wording in the back.
You about to sue him, no?
This is like actual like canvas Kevlar type thing, but I could definitely rock out with these.
So what's the resale going for those right now?
I don't know. You checked on what resale is? I don't think they're too high. They're dropping 3 of them, so like.
Dang, look at that! You
let me see that. They ain't got a guitar pick. See, shout out to David Black, man. He was like talking about he thought they were gonna be like Jimi Hendrix, or maybe that's. I don't know.
He sent me pictures of the other ones, but I couldn't remember what it was. But I just said they're not for me.
I will be wearing white laces in these. I do like these velvet ones though. The burgundy laces, I don't know. I think the white ones probably would suit these better. But I think these joints are fire.
Standing out.
I might even rough up the denim. I do got to still work on my Turbo Bordeaux's.
You're not going to do it ever. So.
But I might have to rough this denim up.
I'm sure somebody probably going to distress them.
Somebody going to do it.
See a blog
that's dope
on
right there,
YouTube.
This right here says concepts around the side.
Yeah, it got it. Oh, see on the side, see, it got it right here in the back. I think it's probably different.
It's a good looking shoe.
Yeah.
Very creative.
Cool.
Super creative.
No, I like this. Like I said, you know, concepts is typically like something that's like more cleaner, one color, you know, more focused on the story than anything else. This right here, like I did say, like I feel like any collaborator or anything like that could probably put something together like this. But yeah. I mean, these joints is cool. And, you know, like I said, man, I just appreciate them, you know, giving me and George the opportunity to buy them. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even try for the release, and I heard that they flew. Like, it was like 1 minute. Like, it was done. So, I did see them on Sneakers. Are these the ones on Sneakers app, or is it a different one on Sneakers app?
It's the other one with the camo, I think.
Oh, okay. So, I definitely want to try for the camo
It's this one right here.
Oh, this one got corduroy on it, too? So that one's on Sneakers right now.
I'm pretty sure.
So those dropped already? Those
come out on 12.
Yeah,
12. Okay.
That was the first one.
I think that one is better than this one, but the bandana one is the best one. It's all different color bandanas, so I like that one a little bit more. But this is cool, man. I like this, man. Like, I'm rocking these. Like, definitely wear these to soccer, coach the kids, you know. I'm that coach that got the, you know, dope sneakers and stuff out there. So, but, man, shout out to Concepts, man. So I definitely appreciate that. Yours came today, too, right?
What's the name of, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, mine came yesterday.
Oh, okay.
What's the name of the other one?
I don't know, bandanas? I don't know. These ones is called Mellow. Those are called Hards.
Oh, Lord, those Travis Scott what are those? Air Max ones are $2,600.
Well, they never came out.
Shoot,
so
off earth.
They never came out. Them joints is rare commodities now.
I'm not big on Travis Scott shoes no more.
No more? Yeah, that's the bandana one.
At first, I used to like them, but now I'm kind of like, eh.
None of them? See, it's not really like...
No, let me rephrase that. Travis Scott ones. The Forest, I did like those with the Houston Oilers colorway.
Oh, yeah.
Those were fire.
I think that's probably... I might be the best Travis Scott. Like, the ones are the low top ones is the ones I'd wear the most, but I think the Oilers 4 is the best Travis Scott.
Like with the one with the backwards swoosh, I think the Mocha ones look better than those. My personal opinion, my hot take.
Mocha ones?
I do. Over the Travis Scott one. That is my hot take.
Wait, the brown Travis Scott ones are fragments?
The brown Travis Scott ones. Because it's like a similar concept. I think the Mocha ones look better.
I will say this, though. George them was losing their mind over Mocha ones, which he still hasn't worn. Probably never will. You still got them?
Yes, I will.
No, he won't.
Yes, I will.
It's been about 2 years now.
I mean,
I honestly couldn't get them. I tried.
It's been COVID. I'm going to just keep saying that excuse forever.
You was just at the bar watching people fight in an octagon the other night. So
yeah, I wore Dunk Low Ugly Duckling Pack orange joints.
You should send me a pic. That's like I posted on this sneaker podcast we did. We got a page. You should send me pics.
It's too late now.
Too late now. You'll be back there. You'll be back there this weekend. You'll be back at the bar.
That's the first time I think I've been at the bar since...
I get no invites.
All right. Simple been trying to buy you your wings for like 2 months now.
I was literally at the house like, well, I sure wish somebody...
Look at him.
I was sitting on the couch. I had ironed my pants and everything. I was like, well, I sure wish somebody would ask me to go to the bar tonight.
You see how he acts?
I was like, man, nobody want to invite a young man
him, he
out.
won't even respond to you until the next day.
Yikes.
He lying.
You one of those.
He lying. That's him, man. He lying.
Yeah, right.
That's definitely him, though.
Like, yeah, fam, I sent you a text. I was going to hit you back.
I just got to come up with an excuse why I don't want to go.
You text George at like 8 o'clock. He'll respond at about 3:30 in the morning for whatever reason.
Yeah,
and then the next day, like around 5:30 in the evening.
Good
the next
Lord,
day,
these are that much now?
Which ones? Mochas?
Waves? Pad of waves?
They're not that high.
Fam, blues are $345 of my size.
Blues are the most expensive out of all.
No.
Blacks ain't that much, and oranges ain't that
The orange are.
Oh. I'm glad mine on the day's third time wearing them. I've been wearing them all week.
I guess they didn't make as many as people thought they did.
I peeped the powders.
Yeah, you know what?
I peeped the powder. A little something subtle.
Oh, some light.
Okay, you know.
Or a cream sock with the cream.
I peeped it.
Some light.
With the Baltimore Orioles hat.
We got a lot of Air Max 1s in the building. We got inside outs, we got concepts, and we got some patterns in here. George, what you wearing,
You
George?
missed Taco Boys, too, though. I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, and you went to Taco Boys at night. You ever been to Taco Boys?
Nah.
Fam.
That was Hannah's idea.
Okay, so the greatest tacos of all time is El Carbone. I think I'm saying it properly. On the west side, best tacos I've ever had in my life.
It's impossible.
Dog, them tacos,
impossible.
Fam.
There's places...
Tail Carbone or El Carbone, something like that, fam. Them tacos.
I think somebody told me that place, someone I work with told me that place is the same like Taco Boys. It's not the same exact food, but like similar.
Like you pay your tab at the end and like you run your tab up buying, tacos.
That's how they used to do it, but they switched it, yeah, because I think people were walking out on their bill.
On Taco Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I went back, because the first time we went, I was like, yo, when you pay? Like, it was weird, but then we went back, it was, I don't know.
What Taco Boy is that? Because I might check it out.
It's on
right downtown. There's two of them. There's one in Tempe and then right downtown, but they're building two more on the west side, though.
Okay.
So we work downtown. So, yeah.
Right on 7th Street and Roosevelt, right on the corner.
Okay.
George, what come out this week?
Big, like, colorful sign. You can't miss it. Let's see.
Come out this week, fam. Got first-time guest Tim in the building. I'm glad you made it.
The women's...
Prompt, too. He made it here before George.
Yeah, I'm very
George always late.
What?
So he made it here before you.
Yeah, I can't.
We almost started recording.
Yeah. I see you walking down the street when I pull up.
You had to go get me a smart water, though. I had to get my intelligence up. After Kat sent me all them diagrams about wings. I mean, me tell you something. You know, let me explain something to people about that conversation. All right, I don't care what don't nobody say. All right, when I sent y'all that picture of how they cut wings, I know for a fact y'all didn't know that's how they were cut. Duh.
No.
So okay, cool. But
that's not what you said, though.
No. Everybody try to play me like I was some fool. Now look, was I making some jokes?
Oh, you're still a fool.
No, I was making some jokes. All right, yes, of course. Everybody, teenage chicken. Man, I'm making a joke. All right.
I'm not talking about that. You said baby chicks before that. You thought that was real. Yeah, you did.
Now I'm not gonna lie, I did. But I be forgetting. I ain't never seen a baby chicken in person. Have you ever seen a chick? Oh, you from the South?
Yes, man. A chicken's that big.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely seen a chick.
I ain't never seen a chick in person.
Yes.
Ever. All right. I've seen them like with little kids take Easter photos and they got like holding a chicken. That's the only time. I'm not even joking. I've never seen a chick. Now, shout out to everybody. Like I said, I had 4 chefs and a butcher. All asked me was I joking. I said, fam, I don't know. I've never. Like when you get a plate of wings, you order 12 wings, you're like, yo, where these come from?
Now, did I know the drumstick was attached to the wing? No.
Had no idea.
I didn't know that part.
He sent the cat.
But I knew the wing was from an adult chicken, and I knew exactly what the pieces were.
I didn't know that. No, little.
Now, the wings that you eat, like flats, most places don't give you the end part like you would get like at like a Louisiana fried chicken type spot.
So like he's from Louisiana too.
I've never been to Louisiana fried chicken. What do you mean? Like, isn't that a Louisiana fried chicken spot here?
Fried chicken. There's one
I see what you're saying.
Probably disrespectful to you. You from Louisiana?
There's a couple places that have like hot chicken, but I think they're trying to do Nashville hot chicken. I don't think they're trying to do. I mean, maybe there's a Louisiana one too.
Man, if y'all ever go to Baton Rouge,
I've never been to Louisiana.
Dog, they got this spot by the greatest HBCU ever, Southern University, but they got this spot called the Blue Stove. Dog. The best chicken I ever had in my life.
It's still there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They actually built more locations. They got one, I want to say, by LSU, and I think there's another one. But I'm telling you, you ever get to Baton Rouge, go to Blue Stove.
See, when you were talking about, like, when we were talking about traveling, you were talking about traveling, and like, here is underrated, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because I think we're going to go to South Carolina maybe next month. Like, we've never been to South Carolina.
Like Myrtle Beach.
We've never been to Louisiana, never been to any of that stuff. So, like, we've been to Chicago, New York, been to a bunch of places, and we were talking about, like, either Louisiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, something like that or whatnot. So, but Louisiana is definitely, like, on our...
Oh, we got the best food by far. But for the guests and the audience, it's a difference. Southern Louisiana, people assume like Northern Louisiana and Southern Louisiana food tastes the same. No, Southern Louisiana, that food is just off the chain. And the best food in Louisiana comes from the 337 Lafayette area. I know people from New Orleans gonna kill me for this, but 337 Lafayette area, best food I ever had in my life by far.
But what's the difference between a North Louisiana and South Louisiana?
I don't think they season their food as much as people in Southern Louisiana.
I mean,
just my opinion.
Suburbs.
You could probably, I'm sure you could get some people to say it's like 2 different states. Might as well be. Yeah. I would imagine.
Like it's like night and day. Like for example,
Baton Rouge, Bayou versus like
Baton Rouge
more
is
like Midwest, probably
an hour. If you're driving fast, I'll say an hour and a half tops from New Orleans, and it's like night and day. Baton Rouge and New Orleans is so different. Like the culture, just the city, the lifestyle is just so different.
Okay. Yeah, I want to get there. You've been to New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You had one, right?
You went Mardi Gras or just...
No. We went like...
Yep, George looked at his shirt.
Yes, I needed beads.
He got some beads.
Nah, we actually did walk. That's the only time I'll ever walk down Bourbon Street is during the day. Yeah. Because it smells so bad. And at night, it's chaos and people puking and stuff. I'm not dealing with that. So we walk down during the day, and then we went to Frenchman Street at night or to like the locals bars.
Gotcha.
Because I'd rather, if I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there and listen to live music, or the spots where like the locals go to. I ain't going on Bourbon Street. I'm not trying to carry that yard down the street like this. Like
that's what you're supposed to do.
No, it's not, man. That's what you're supposed to do when you're 23, not when you're 43.
I know that. You right.
Gotta get that experience though, man.
You say your wife don't even drink no more. You want to take her down Bourbon Street.
You go to Vegas and you get one of them long things. You be like,
when you're 23, not no more.
You be drinking that and realize they really didn't put that much alcohol.
Now you sit at the sports book and lose all your money to Vegas while you watch games.
You going to Vegas?
Yeah.
Dang. So you gonna be going next week?
Not going for as many days though. No, 2 weeks.
Oh. Dang.
Next week is. Oh no, wait. No, it is next week. Yeah, next Friday. Normally I would go on Wednesday, but that's too long. I'm old
for the tournament.
Yeah, people keep on saying they want to go for like conference tournament week and actually go to games, but it never works out. We just end up going for the actual NCAA tournament and watching on big screen. Like, I can do that at home. I think Harrah's, I don't know, it changes every year.
Ew. Come on, man.
It's free.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, you can't be free. Yeah, you can't be free.
Oh, what was talking about?
I thought you knew your boy Phillip was a medium roller.
Oh, that's right. What I'm talking about. Y'all ain't standing no just any room in Harrah's. Y'all not standing a lot of those Caesars properties have been renovated though. Like they might still be a wing that looks like it's from 1977, but they also got a wing that looks for like 2020. Yeah, that's the way y'all standing because Phil is a high roller. Man. What come out this week, family? Might as well say them all because I don't know what come out. There might be a lot of wax sneakers. Though.
Today was women's Jordan 6 mint.
I seen them.
I thought them actually looked kind of dope.
I seen them.
Like I didn't think they were that bad. Hold on.
Too much white.
Oh, of course, way too much white on a sneaker. At least but they look like it was nice.
Okay.
I mean,
200 though.
I'm sure somebody from UConn or somebody could wear those out for the tournament. You know what I mean? All right. Yes. Your first thing you thought of UConn was someone who retired 20 years ago or left college 20 years ago.
Oh, you going way back.
I used to love UConn women's basketball.
Speaking of Sue Bird, there's a Sue Bird Kyrie.
It is
coming out.
Kyrie 8.
Which is probably why you said that.
Do y'all own any pair of Kyries?
I own Kyrie.
I don't own hardly any basketball shoes in general anymore.
Kyrie 2.
Kobe's.
Maybe a 3, maybe a 4.
Okay.
I think. I like those. I thought 1, 2, 3, and 4. Before, were we on 8 Kyrie?
Yeah.
I think up to 7, maybe 6. I thought Kyrie's could legit compete with the Kobe line.
Kyrie's don't suck, but they suck. That's where it fits in.
Yeah, but like a lot of Kobe's don't suck, but they suck too.
Yeah, let's relax.
There's a lot of Kobe's.
Let's relax.
It has
a lot of Nike Kobe's.
It has
Which
more
ones?
hits than not hits.
Hold on. Kobe 1, them suck.
It has more hits than not hits.
Kobe
no,
ones?
they don't suck. They're just like, we ain't wearing them. So it's like in the middle.
Like, come on.
See, the Kobe's I'm not
No.
a fan of is the boot, the boxer boot. I'm not a fan of those.
Okay, but that's like, what, 10?
10?
Yeah,
I'm not
so
a fan of those.
1s was,
They're
I'll go
right. They're right.
2s, oh, no. 3s, oh, no. Them Jones was a full net.
Either
No
2
way.
or 3, one of those, I can't remember, was
1,
like...
oh, 2 was
like,
okay.
It was like, okay.
2 was okay, had the Velcro across the top. 2s was okay. 3s, no. 4s, yes. 5s,
One of the
yes.
greatest
6,
shoes of all time.
6, yes. 7,
The problem with 7 isn't the shape of the shoe.
it's the shoe itself.
Yeah, it's like
them
made
sixes.
with plastic
Made
and
of plastic.
destroys your foot.
Like
So
so
that-
Kobe Grinch, that like 10 out of 10 shoe to Kobe Grinch, that is a flawless sneaker in my opinion.
That could be tough. We're going to talk about that topic real quick. Only because people was like, yo, that should have been more of a discussion
bruh.
about that. Because people was like...
Well, I mean, it wasn't on the topic list.
It
came out of
wasn't. I
nowhere,
know, and I
so.
said I love them organic things that get brought up. I do appreciate it. But like Kobe 8s to me is the best Kobe that there is.
That was what the Kobe's I think that
That was like the
Let's see
Christmas
what-
stained glass.
5s, 4s, and 8s to me are on the same tier. For me.
9s,
6 is right below that.
10s. Everything else is
No,
like
the lows of all those you're saying are good. 9 lows,
Okay.
10 lows are all good.
they're okay. Yeah, they all right.
11,
but-
even 11s, whichever one you got, futuristic, whatever, you can pull the whole
But-
insole out. That's good too.
But to me, Kyrie 1 through 6, it can go back and forth between Kobe 1 through 6.
Like
it
I said,
really could.
Kyrie's are suck but don't suck.
Okay.
The
What
lane
else?
it belongs in.
That Kobe 8s though, they look like sub sandwiches. I don't like those. So.
Kobe 8s, you huh?
Kyrie 8s, they look like
I'm
sub
like,
sandwiches.
what you talking about?
What else, fam?
Jordan 12 Taxi Golf Low.
No, thanks.
these golf shoes.
It's too many of them.
Bro,
Fam,
thanks.
I don't even golf in golf shoes. I golf in a trainer shoe. If they stop making a hyper
I don't,
venom
have any
or
golf, I
something.
don't have a golf shoes either.
Yeah, or I've been a
I need some, though.
Infrared 6. Yeah.
I need some though.
God, I'm trying to go golfing.
But I'm getting
bad.
some cheap golfing shoes. I'm not getting no Jordan 12. I want to get all of that. Just give me something simple.
Yeah, I'd have to go once a week if I'm getting some Jordans and all that.
Women's Dunk Low Green Paisley. I think those have been coming out 10 different times for 6 months. I don't know.
Oh, all right. I don't know. No, they came out with purple ones and blue ones and green ones. It's like a pack.
Fam, who knows?
Who knows?
Sakai is supposed to be coming out with 2 different colors of the Vapor Waffle.
Them joints, I want to try for those. You see them on Sneakers app?
Sucks.
No, hold on. It's the
You talking
new
about
Sakai
J-Rock,
model.
fam.
Hold
Yes,
on.
I haven't seen them.
Suck.
You've seen the model. You just maybe not these colorways.
You don't need this. No one.
That
does.
colorway?
I mean, look,
hard pass.
I like the white ones.
Exactly.
All black, but all black with a gum bottom. If I got either one of them, I'm keeping them. But that model, so I got the first colorway in it, the black ones, and I put them on foot. They looked awful. But then, like, I put them on foot again. They look fire, and I don't have them anymore. So I gotta get those again.
Dang, you lied to somebody. You didn't tell them they were tried on.
Okay. Yes. Dead stock.
Bad Bunny pack coming out. Response CL.
I think they okay. They're not mad at him.
They're okay, but he's making a dad shoe like 4 years after the dad shoe era, so I don't understand it.
Is that era really over?
It's not.
I don't think it's over.
I mean, it may not be completely over, but it's like this. It's down here. From being up here, it's down here.
All right, what dash are we talking about? I say
no.
The New Balance
anything we bought in the past, that's wearable, yeah. But people not going crazy over the dad shoe era no more.
Is a dad shoe like
that's my point?
Like a New Balance Salehi Benberry? Would you consider that a dad shoe?
Kanye, anything from like Yeezy 700, dad shoe. New Balance 992, dad shoe.
They comfortable. Jesus Christ.
That's what all the luxury brands went through the dad shoe era.
But I'm a New Balance stan though, so I'm biased.
I love New Balance here.
992, man, if you don't stop.
You don't like New Balance like you used to, though. Don't do that. You started hating on New Balance all over. I was like, why
did I buy 3 pairs of 992s last year?
No. You go crazy over like a New Balance. But like all New Balances, you don't like 998, you don't like 997s, you only like 992s.
No, 997s I do. 998, I don't like the toe box.
You like 998 toe box is whack. You like 997 better than 998.
Yes.
But you don't like 997.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
That's what we just got done talking about. Luxury goods last week, you freak.
Everybody like luxury goods.
That's the 997. I mean, 998's the toe box suck, and you'll take that to your grave that I don't like 998s, and you'll be angry about that, and Rocco will be angry about that forever too.
Right. Okay. I'll stand corrected, fam.
I had these Response CLs in high school or college or something. I mean, it's a nice shoe. It's like better than what it looks, but fam, it's past the era of like making those shoes.
It's not past the era if they're still coming out.
It is.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Like you just said, there's more 700s coming out. There's more Yeezy models coming out. Like they're not stopping.
No.
So you can't be.
No, in that era they were creating new things that we had never seen before. Now luxury companies ain't making dad shoes no more. They're past that now.
The Balenciaga one was trash.
Was that really a dad shoe?
You talking about the chunky one? Like,
people
they were
associate
so
big
trash.
and chunky as dad shoe. It's not necessarily big and chunky that makes a dad shoe. It's like the simplicity of the shape, and it's a little bit
everything.
bigger.
It's clunky. It's a walking shoe is white, and a lot of white. And then they take it and make it stylish for a dad shoe.
Right.
That's what he did with his 700. He took like a shoe that an old man would be wearing that would be all white with like a blue swoosh and turned it into that with different colors, panels. That's basically what it is. Now the yellow Bad Bunny shoe. I mean, at least he put some color on it. I'm not buying it. It sucks, but at least he put some color.
I think the white one is better than the yellow.
The white one is better, but I'm saying for people that say people talking about the dad shoe having color, the yellow one is like that.
The trailer, Bullet Train, during Batman. Did you see it?
Bullet Train.
With Brad Pitt.
It wasn't
homeboy from Atlanta.
The teaser came out a long time ago, and I saw like maybe 2-3 months ago, and I saw the teaser, but they don't show much.
Oh, really? Oh,
they didn't show much. Like they showed like Brad Pitt in a scene looking out the window. So I mean, I knew I wanted to see the trailer.
Have you watched the trailer?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, homeboy from Atlanta, boy, he working.
It just looks goofy, but that's how it's supposed to be.
It looks like a.
Oh no! Brad Pitt's entire role in the movie is like happy-go-lucky. Like, what am I doing here? Here, doing skits and stuff.
That's Kill Billish, like it has that tone. That joint is fire though.
It looks fire, but
can't wait.
And I'm gonna watch it because Brad Pitt's the best actor in the world, but he's still doing goofy stuff in that movie.
Best actor in the world.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
He is.
Let's
Brad
relax.
Pitt is by far.
Yeah.
By far.
Denzel Washington, best actor.
I mean, he's top 5, but he's not number 1.
He's top 1.
He's top 5 too. Brad Pitt's number 1.
Brad Pitt's not even my top 5 actors.
Okay, no.
Brad Pitt is.
I'm honest.
Brad Pitt's number 1.
I'll take Leonardo DiCaprio.
When you look at his portfolio, he's number one. Now, Brad Pitt maybe ain't doing The Revenant, but he's smart enough to know I don't need to do The Revenant for people to like me.
Revenant didn't Leonardo DiCaprio almost died when he filmed that movie?
I think he had like hypothermia or something. Like it's something crazy. Like they was really out there in the snow. Now, Brad Pitt's number one. Trust me. I think DiCaprio's movie portfolio could stack up to Brad.
Him and Django?
It can, but he's not. He's not better.
I don't know about that.
It can.
So if we ever did a top 10, have we done top 10 actors on this podcast before?
No, I don't think so.
Because I feel like I remember you say Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt is number one.
Interesting. What's your favorite Brad Pitt film?
What's your favorite Brad Pitt movie? And you better not say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Why would I pick that?
Because you love that movie. That movie sucks.
It doesn't suck. Number one, and number two, you could say his performance was incredible, even if it sucks.
Man, if you don't stop.
Now, Brad Pitt's best performance, in my opinion, was Interview with a Vampire. He killed that role.
Oh, that was fire.
He killed that role.
I thought he was a vampire.
What's about a time in Hollywood being boring got to do with his role? He was fire in the movie.
Was way better in that movie than he was.
I didn't even see that movie, honestly.
Hey, are you feeling okay? You got a fever today?
Okay.
Well, he can't go see it because it's not in theaters no more. Or you can stay at home and watch it.
Don't watch it at home either. What's your favorite Brad Pitt movie?
My favorite Brad Pitt role of all time probably is Lieutenant Aldo Raine from Inglourious Bastards, but I don't think that was his best acting per se. I mean, he was in Not a River Runs Through It. What's that one where he was in the war movie with can't even remember.
Not Legends of the Fall.
Yeah, Legends of the Fall.
Oh, okay. That's a classic, Legends of the Fall.
That was classic.
Pretty sure he won an Academy Award for it. It might have won Best Picture that year.
I mean,
that was a good movie.
It ain't better than Catch Me If You Can.
Damn,
Catch Me If You Can was fired up. All right, Aviator.
That movie's not better though. Ricardo would slap you if he was.
Catch Me If You Can is All right, go ahead. What's release come out? What come out this week, fam?
Legends of the Fall is not better than The Aviator and Catch Me If You Can.
Maybe Aviator, but not Catch Me If You Can. All right, what's next, son? What come out this week? Well, we not copying.
You okay first? The Greek Freak anniversary, 50th anniversary.
No, I ain't getting that.
What's up with Uno sneak? What's up with Uno? Them Uno Air Force Ones sold out so quick on end.
I don't even know what that is. That's why I didn't say Uno, because I figured nobody would know.
You don't know how to play Uno?
Okay.
You know how to play Uno, right?
Oh, that's Uno the game? I thought that was an artist named Uno. I mean,
so all them Uno Greek Freak sneakers that were blue, green, yellow, red, you didn't think Uno the game.
Why would I even pay attention to those?
Man,
that's funny.
Because you said what come out this week. You said the Uno pack.
I didn't say Uno pack. I said Greek Freak.
Greek back releases.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just reading off a phone. What kind of question is that?
Those were blue, green, yellow, red. They were
literally reading off a phone.
They would draw forward.
I mean,
draw 4 pack.
People get mad when you give draw 4s out. Joshua Vide's Converse pack.
No,
I ain't.
I do like that styling though. With the thick lines around it, whatever. But
you ain't trying to go out there and hoop like Magic Johnson. That just came on HBO too.
I need to watch it. How was it?
I didn't
watch it yet.
Oh, okay.
Something about the actors that are in it just bothers me.
I heard it's really good.
I want to watch it.
It might be. It's Adam McKay. Like normally, it's
HBO normally knocks their shows out the park.
It's just like the way it was casted. I was like, because I lived through it. Like maybe not when he was being drafted. I was a baby, but like I lived through the Showtime Lakers. Yeah, so I'm like, this ain't casted right.
It's not too bad. My thing is like I don't want it to be like goofy. Like somebody was
HBO,
like,
I think a lot of sex and drugs.
Somebody was like, if they ain't got magic holes in it, then I ain't.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I think.
I don't
know. Jordan 12 playoff non-golf shoe, regular hoop shoe.
Yeah, but I can't get them for less than $250. I ain't gonna get them.
Oh, you'll get them for $250. That's a lot. Wait, what's retail on them? $220?
No, what I'm saying, because I always have a hard time getting shoes off like Sneakers app, and I'm not going put in
resale
raffles.
price ain't bad right now. At least for my
we all do.
I'm lazy. If I ain't getting it off, I am so lazy that I'd rather just pay slightly over resale for GOAT and StockX just so I have to go to the store.
Smaller sizes like his size are like around $265. Bigger size is around 285.
And that 265 means like 280 something.
Because I'm a 9.5.
Yeah, but still. Yeah, so that's what his size, 9.5. They were around 265 on GOAT. I didn't look on StockX yet. Yeezy Foam Runner, Roger Stone. What's that? Stone Sage. What's that man? Is that him? The one who got arrested with that tattoo on his back?
Whatever his name is. Hopefully I can cop him. I mean, $60?
Why? No, they're
$60.
They're not the $60 ones.
Wait a minute, how much are these?
This is the Foam Runner.
Oh shoot, what's retail on those?
Well, not $60.
I would never wear those.
Yeah, you would.
Those are so trash.
Thank you.
Those are so trash, and people going crazy.
See?
They're so trash.
Going crazy is strong.
See, he knows.
Give me some Nike slides, and I'm good.
Hold on.
Give me some Nike slides, and I'm good.
Yeah, but see,
did you even try for those ones you were talking about?
Which ones?
They released last weekend or whatever.
Which ones?
Slides.
Oh yeah, I try. Look, you'll treat foam runners just like Nike slides, so it doesn't matter. Going to the grocery store, going to get gas, going to get bread, going to check the mailbox. Like I ain't talking about wearing them with a fit. Like come on,
cats out here wearing them with fits.
Yeah, see them as weirdos. Though.
Cats in the club with foam runners.
Oh yeah.
You wearing this with no socks?
No.
All right.
I don't know though. I don't think I've ever seen anybody wearing.
So what do you need it for then?
Because like, just want them. They cheap. Like man. I don't need to explain myself to you.
Yes. Don't need to explain myself.
I need them joints. So one day.
Look at you.
For retail. I ain't paying over retail for no. Them joints is going for like $300. Like, no way, Jose.
Because they in the club with them, popping bottles, popping Casamigos, wearing some foam runners.
Casamigos.
Come on, man.
Have you ever had Casamigos?
Nah. I mean, maybe I haven't, didn't know.
I had it a couple times.
I never ordered it on purpose.
There's better tequila out there.
I heard.
No, don't get me wrong. It's not trash.
See, I don't drink tequila.
There's better tequila out there.
See, I'm not a tequila person. But
people who drink tequila told me the opposite.
And there's something else I had. But I did have, remember that one tequila I sent you a picture of, and the black bottle? It tastes like Worcestershire. It was like so smoky. Like I couldn't even catch my breath.
Might have been mezcal.
Mezcal, that's what it was. Oh my God. Like I was like, I can't do it. But I can't do Patron. I can't do stuff like that. Patron.
Don Julio, good tequila.
Oh, Don Julio's okay.
And I'm not talking Blanco. You got to get either Reposado or Anejo. That's good tequila.
I drink one shot of Patron. I'm somewhere throwing up in an alley. One. That's it. Patron. One. I was in Vegas.
Get you some Casa Dragones. That's some good tequila.
We was in Vegas, and me, Rudo, and everybody taking these shots. And Rudo took this shot of Don Julio. This cat drunk the shot, threw it back in the cup, and then gave it back to Real Thor. It was like, are you good?
Oh, wow.
What a night.
Yes.
What a night.
And then you fought Michael. I mean, I was about
to fight that cat. Then they drug me out that club. I was about to beat the brakes off this dude. He grabbed Narrator crazy. Because Narrator was drunk. Well, my sister-in-law was drunk. And he grabbed her crazy. So I was like, I said, I'm about to get the wilding in here. I started wilding out. Man, these bouncers came, drug me through the casino.
Had you like this?
Have gone. No, we've been drunk through the crowd. Rocio was already in bed asleep. She was like, I ain't going. It was good, huh? I'm about to tear that place inside out, huh? That's no joke, huh?
You wasn't about to tear it inside out because you got drug out of there.
Bruh.
They ain't letting stuff happen.
They knew because they knew me. Huh? They was like, oh, shit, he crazy.
Yes, they saw you talking on your shoe like that. And they're like, something wrong with him. Get him.
Did you know he got a bow tie? Who did that? You did that?
No, it was like that.
Yeah, somebody tried these on. Concept, you tripping.
You just told a story about selling some shoes you tried on, huh?
What else, fam?
Women's Dunk Low Mint. White mint.
So I'm assuming they're mint green, man.
Nah, that's pass.
Dunks, man. I just can't anymore. I think I have all the most important dunks of all time, though.
No,
don't Reebok questions come out this week?
No, you don't. Trust me, you don't.
Except Plums and Viotechs. And Kentucky's.
Jordan X has come out. Jordan Rebellionaire.
No.
Oh, is that an Undefeated collaboration?
Jordan 1. I don't think so.
I seen like an Undefeated ad for it.
Why would OG Man score the store get it if it was an Undefeated?
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, man.
All right, you go on Go or Sneakers and type in Undefeated, it comes up. And I was like, what the heck is this? All right.
Geeks.
I think maybe the Undefeated doing the clothes for it or something. I got nothing. I don't know.
Oski Dunk High Great White Shark.
You like those?
Let me see a picture of those.
They got the shark as a swoosh.
Nah,
if you don't get the black ones, you can't get the all white ones like that, though. But that might be a super duper creative way to change the swoosh of it. And George hates them, though.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? You copy?
Yes, you can get them for me at Cowtown when you go back home tonight.
Cowtown.
If you are not camping at Countdown when they get stuff, or you don't know an employee, you're not getting stuff from there. You know?
I tried to get some chunky dunkies from there. That was
no.
Yeah.
Nah.
I tried.
I live, no joke. Like if I stood on the roof of my house, I could probably see the Cowtown in Goodyear.
Yeah.
I'm talking, put it on social media. Boom, we got corporable SBs. I was there in about 2 minutes. It was gone. It was a bunch of people already there. They already knew like they were coming, like they were there. There.
Yep.
What's up? That's it.
Concepts Tiger Camo. The other one.
Might have to send an email, don't. Hey. What you do?
Oh, yes. Late at night, you gonna send it at 1:30.
Oh, hey. That's the way to do it. Like, so you could avoid embarrassment of like, you send it late at night, and then you wake up in the morning, hope you get a response. If not, you just act like you never sent it. Huh?
Yeah, you click the button on accident. Question mid, Blue Toe coming out for the 75th time.
Question Bluetooth, Iverson's. I still got mine.
I ain't got him on there. I thought I did.
So he actually made a top 10 of his list. I'm gonna ask him this thing. That's it?
That's it.
Reebok questions, dude. Let me tell you something. Reebok questions are a top 10 sneaker all time to me. Iconic. Everything. Everything.
Facts.
Okay. But that joint is a gigantic boot. No.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. They got no laces. What am I doing?
Unless you're gonna
shoot us all air.
Them joints you brought in last week had no laces.
I kick the heck out of a soccer ball with them shoes. Yo, what got you in the sneakers?
Kick a soccer ball with those.
Since you're a first-time guest, them is way too expensive. See, that's the problem with stuff. That's why I like foam running Yeezy slides. Them Nike slides is about $120. I ain't paying that much for no Nike slide. They smoking. They put a pocket on it and bungee cord. Like, come on. Like, what's that supposed to even do? What got you in the sneakers, Tim? We don't need to ask first-time guests all the time. We never ask anybody that anymore. We never had first-time guests on.
So, man, growing up, your parents, like, oh, you only gonna get shoes for $60.
And Mike.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Man, growing up, parents would get you them shoes like, $60 limit, so you go to Foot Locker, and I couldn't really get, the Jordans, and when like Reebok pumps was popular when I was a kid.
Right.
So I had to get, Reebok Classics and Dope Mans. Y'all call them what? Nike Cortez, I want to say. So as I got older, I was starting able to make better purchases, and then in college, my boy Tremaine put me on. Shout out to my boy Tremaine, founder of My Kicks to Passion. It's like a movement back home to push sneaker culture in Baton Rouge, because the sneaker culture back home, I don't want to say it's lacking, but it's not like how it is in LA or New York or whatnot.
Is Baton Rouge different sneaker wise than New Orleans?
Yes and no. It's funny you ask that, because growing up, I assumed, when the Hot Boys came out, everybody in New Orleans was wearing Reebok Classics like that. So when I was in college, I want to say, 2003, they were laughing at us for wearing Reebok Classics. They was like, we don't even wear those no more. And they were all wearing Forces. So to answer your question, I say yes and no, because in Baton Rouge, they still was rocking Reebok Classics. But I think in more of Reebok Classics and Jordans in Baton Rouge, but New Orleans, I want to say, Jordans, Air Force Ones, and Bally's. They was really wearing those.
Oh, Bally's. I have a homie that still wear Bally's. Bally's are expensive.
Yeah, them cats be wearing that. So when my boy Tremaine worked at Foot Locker, no, it was over. Oh, it was over, man. A little family friend and discount. Man, I used to get, Jordan 20s for like $100. I didn't have to wait in line. Like any sneaker I wanted, my boy Tremaine be like, you know what? I'm going to get it for you. It was just so simple. It was easy. And now you got these raffles. Oh, yeah. Easily. Because honestly, if it wasn't for him, I really wouldn't be into shoes as much as I am now.
Right.
Because I remember at one time I was like, man, I ain't buying no more shoes. He was like, Tim, give me all your shoes. Because this is when I don't know why I was buying sneakers bigger. I had like some AIs, a 10.5, them Air Up Tempos.
Everybody used to do that. Bro, I used to play basketball on a size 11. I wear a 9.5.
Yeah. And looking back, I'm like, what was I doing?
But we used to think we was going to grow into them.
I was like,
that was black parent stuff. See, I was like, about that. Huh?
Yeah.
Black parents?
Yeah, you going to grow into it. Let me feel your toe. Let me feel your toe.
You feel your toe. You go grow into them. Sam used to wear a 15 when we were in high school. That's no joke. Sam would walk around wearing Scottie Pippen Air Force Tempos on a 15. Okay. Sam wears a 12 right now. Okay. That's how big our shoes were.
Crazy. Damn, that is not exclusive to your culture. Everyone did that who was into sneakers. You go going to the back and see what
No.
I wear 11.5. Oh, you got 10.5? Yeah, I'll try to fit in it.
No. Fit in it and going up are two different things.
Same thing. You go up, you go down.
Way.
Buy 13. Yeah, same thing. Now, 15, that's different.
We went 6 sizes up.
No, that's different.
Yeah.
I wore a 9.
Especially if it was a shoe you really want, or you double socking. You're like, I got it.
But not 6 sizes. Nah, you smoking it.
Say it
6. That's a stretch. I think the biggest I ever did was 11 and a half, and I'm a 9 and a half. I
went 11 and a half is the biggest I went from a 9 and a half.
But I was like, damn. And then when the big homies give you the Jordans, they don't wear no more. Then you bust them to school like, oh man,
that's a custom.
That's what I need.
So that's when you got into him?
Yeah, man. And
you still talk to him?
Yeah. I talk to him every day. Definitely want to get him out here to kind of get you guys connected and linked because he's really into sneakers.
Oh, where? Sure, man. He ever come in town ever, man? Bring him to the pod?
Yeah, he really put me on because he can get all the stuff. He can get the stuff back home easy. When I'm in town, hey, man, I need these shoes. He can get them for me.
Oh, really?
So with him, I ain't got to, put no raffle in or nothing and whatnot. But, man, and the sneaker game has just changed so much. When we were on the same age.
Yeah.
We knew the managers, and now the managers we know, man, they got families now. They're not in the shoes no more. So it's a lot of these young cats, and they taxing.
Oh yeah. They gonna make you pay for them now.
Yeah, they taxing.
Yeah, so I don't know anybody from Louisiana. Like nobody that grew up there, nobody from there. I mean, there was just one cat, but I think we didn't get into a fight. We were kind of enemies. We kind of won. It was this country cat. He used to live out here.
But it is a fire sneaker shop back home called Sneaker Politics.
Oh, yeah. You went there when you was there, right?
Yeah. The original one's not the one that's downtown New Orleans, but that's the one we went to. We didn't go to the one in Lafayette or wherever the original one was at.
Yeah, that Sneaker Politics is fire. Because remember the crawfish dunks? I think they were the Uncle Ruckus dunks. I think that's not Uncle Ruckus.
I know what they are.
Ruckus dunks.
I know
crawfish dunks.
I can't think what they look like.
Came in in a crawfish bag.
Yeah.
They were so fire.
What color were they, though? They weren't red, though.
They were like yellow, red.
Really? I remember. Did you have those yours?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
That was after.
All I can think of is shrimps. When we had shrimps.
Because, man, I remember when Industrial, it was easy to get dunks from Industrial.
Oh, yeah.
I used to go to the warehouse sales and clean up.
It used to be super. Oh, yeah. That's right. I remember those.
Go to the warehouse.
What they go for now?
Too much.
What they about 4,000?
Really 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
And I remember they was at Industrial on sale.
Yeah, them joints used to sit on sale. And I remember when they I didn't like the back paneling behind the swoosh. I didn't know what those were, lines or something behind it. But man, yeah, we used to be at Industrial buying up the dunks and stuff like that. And then they started doing
warehouse sales,
drops and camp out. We were camping out in Industrial and stuff like that. Like, man, that stuff used to be sitting all the time. Janoskis, all that type of stuff back in the day.
Times change.
But that's what's up, man. I'm glad you came to the pod, man.
Appreciate the invite. I definitely got to shout out my boy Ronnie, because Ronnie put me on y'all podcast.
Shout out to Ronnie, man.
Because I didn't know anything about y'all podcast. My boy Ronnie was like, man, Tim, check this out. I think you'll like it. Then I started listening to you guys. I said, yeah, I can mess with this pod.
I wouldn't have never thought that in a million years. Like I went to high school with Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie put me on, man.
That's the homie.
I call Ronnie the senator because I feel like Ronnie know everybody in Phoenix.
Ronnie knows every single person, especially Southside. Ronnie knows everybody. Ronnie's one of them cats it's like a certain group of people that we all like a distinguished gentleman. You know what I mean? Like we all knew how to dress. We all knew how to. It was time to get clean. We knew how to get our suits and get all that stuff. You know. But Ronnie knew like all the girls. Like Ronnie was that guy. Ronnie was a super cool cat and like. When we was in high school, we probably wasn't that close that much. Like he had his own like kind of crew, and like I was basketball and everybody. Yeah. We was all super duper cool. Once we got like adults, and you realize you're older now, it was all super duper cool. Like shout out to Ronnie though for even like. But see, that's the thing. Like Ronnie probably don't listen to our podcast, but like the fact that like he like, oh shoot, you probably like it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but man, I appreciate that.
Because there's a couple of sneaker pods I listen to, man. But I feel y'all it's not scripted. It's very authentic.
You're right, you here.
I love the argument. I love the impromptu conversations. That's what I love about y'all pod. And the fact that y'all interact with people, I think is even more dope. I feel some of these other pods, they don't really interact with people or whatnot.
So that's what I told you.
I've heard nothing but hate when we've gone a tangent. All people want to hear is sneaker this, sneaker that, review the shoe, you nerd. Sorry, man, that's not what we do.
You gotta be like, fam, relax.
Like I told you, I told you before we started, I said, yo, we're gonna treat you like we know you. Like, so I hope you're ready.
Cats ask for timestamps because they want to skip like sports or whatever.
They want to skip 100%. Anything that they don't like. Man.
Like I always laugh when you be like, "Man, I do what I want." That's so funny because it's like it's your pod. You do what you want.
You're right. But let me talk about the top 10 sneakers real quick. Hold on real quick. Now, we didn't do like a top 10 for it. Now, the homie Tim made a top 10 list. But so last week, I think George was the one that said there's no such thing as a perfect sneaker. And it was one of them impromptu things that got brought up, and Rico said we should do a top 10.
Let me clarify. There's no such thing.
George, don't.
There's no such thing as a perfect anything.
I got so many messages in DMs, and obviously people in the comments commenting because they were like, George is crazy. They're
definitely perfect.
Yeah, because you're dealing with sneakerheads, wackos. So what do you expect?
So the question was, now I will say this: I saw a lot of people have specific
Air Force One all white, perfect 10. Man,
I mean,
take that to Sesame Street.
But you could make an argument.
No, you can't.
I'm still in that Sesame Street.
You can make the argument.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
It's an all one color shoe. No, you can't.
Hold on, you know
Ain't no
what?
such thing.
Hold on, you know what? Okay.
It might not even be in the 8s.
So you couldn't consider, if I asked you to pick one sneaker that's the greatest sneaker of all time.
Well, you know what I would pick for greatest sneaker of all time, but I don't think that's the greatest design sneaker of all time. If you said what's the most, number one, there's nothing flawless. The highest ranked sneaker that I would put of all sneakers, I would give it like a 9.6 because you have to have room to go up, and that would be Union Black Toe Jordan 1. That's the best design sneaker to me of all time.
Interesting.
Designed. I mean, it's a Jordan.
So why doesn't it get a 10?
Because if something better comes out in the future, where do you go? You can't give it a 10.1. It depends what's coming out.
Fam.
What are you talking about? This is normal.
Now,
this is a normal way of thinking. This is a normal non-sneakerhead way of thinking.
So then, like,
if you have a slice of pizza, Taco Boy's is fire, but Taco Boy's not a 10. Taco Boy's is 9.2, 9.3.
So what's the 10?
You gotta have somewhere to go in the future if you have something better. That's the whole point. If you give everything a 10, if you assign perfect to everything, so what if something's better in the future? You're saying it just matches what's in the past? Yeah. Why would it match if it's better?
I mean, they're the best.
If something is better in the future, why would you match it with something that's not as good in the past?
My whole thing was like, even for people, because I feel like if I had to, and you would if we said we're gonna make a list, it would probably be our favorite, what we would call 10s, not necessarily like I couldn't call something. You know what? I guess I could. Like I could call a Union 1 Black Toe a 10. Black Toe and a blue. I'd call those a 10. I'd call a Shattered Backboard a 10. I don't own any of these, but I can recognize, and what I've seen in hand, I can recognize a 10.
Yeah.
I would call a Red Lobster Concepts a 10. I would call a few things a 10.
You're just looking at it like a sneakerhead. That's why.
It's what we are.
No.
Like, I'm not looking at it like a
we're not.
Olympic judge.
We happen to like sneakers. We're not sneakerheads.
So what is a sneakerhead? What is your definition of a sneakerhead?
A sneakerhead is somebody who just all aboard the like sneaker toot your horn sneaker train. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but like,
what does that mean?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
All aboard, toot your horn sneaker train.
I mean, everything you do is sneakers. You talk about sneakers. You defend sneakers on the internet. You worship sneakers. I'm not doing none of that. I happen to enjoy wearing sneakers and buying sneakers. I'm not a sneakerhead. I mean,
wait a minute. You're not a sneakerhead now? You got about 250 plus sneakers at the house.
Do you see me on the internet defending shoes? Defending shoes honor?
That don't mean you're not a sneaker.
That don't mean you're not a sneaker. No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, I'm someone who likes to buy sneakers and wear sneakers. I'm not someone who's going crazy and spending the rest of my life with the only thing I think about is sneakers. That's a sneakerhead.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I don't do any of that.
So you're not a sneakerhead then?
Man, are you crazy? I know I'm a sneakerhead. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, a sneakerhead, I have my own definition of what a sneakerhead is. It's not necessarily act a certain way. My definition of a sneakerhead, like I've always said,
is.
To me, a sneakerhead, like I've always said, is
somebody go on the internet and argue with other people for no reason, and people don't even know about this sneaker better than this sneaker. Yeah, you care too much. You're a sneakerhead. I don't care that much about someone else's opinion of a shoe.
So what do you call yourself then with that many sneakers and this long in the game of sneakers and on a sneaker podcast?
Enjoys sneakers.
If you don't stop.
That's a lot.
It's a different number every week. He makes up a different number.
It's between 200 and 1,000.
That's a lot.
Like, it's up there, okay? Like, don't even let him fool you like that.
Love counting Vans. If I counted all your Vans, so you have my 5,000.
I count my Vans as sneakers.
count as shoes.
I count my Vans as sneakers.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
We've never. No, we don't. We never have done that.
I always count my Vans. You said you don't.
Don't switch up now. Don't switch up now.
Why wouldn't I count my Vans as sneakers? Vans are $100.
You love being a flip flopper. Don't switch up now.
I have never said that. When you always said that, I said, like, why wouldn't you count your Vans? You said if I don't count my Vans, I have this much. If I counted Vans, you've always said that.
Because Vans used to be $40. So you don't count that.
Fam, I count my slides in my sneakers collection.
You a wacko.
That's funny.
What you got is so if I hold on. Is there criteria if you had to pick perfect sneakers? Because if you made a top 10 list, these might be your favorite sneakers versus a perfect sneaker.
Everyone's list is going to be different.
I feel a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Because there's some shoes on here that I own and I wouldn't wear, but I still put them as a perfect sneaker.
Everyone's reasoning for doing it is going to be different.
Yeah. I can agree with.
So since we and George didn't make no list, but like I want to hear what you have down as a list.
I got some hot takes on here. So my favorite.
They can't be hot takes if they perfect.
My favorite sneaker of all time, perfect 10, black cement 3s. I don't care what nobody.
Are you starting from 1 or you starting from 10?
1.
Go start from 10.
Okay, all right, 10.
I'm gonna put it on the screen on the video.
White Air Force 1.
That's number 10.
Yes.
You can make that argument. It's a perfect sneaker.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
If you gave it criteria, it would meet all the expectations of every single one.
What's expectation of what?
It's wearable, goes with everything. It's an athletic sneaker. Impact on the culture, quality.
That's not how you add up to a perfect score, though. You just making stuff up as you go.
Yeah. That's how you add it up.
Like I said, everyone's reasoning or answer will be different, and you're proving that point right now because you're just making something up for a reason why an all-white shoe that people turn into dust on their feet is a 10. Uh-huh.
It is,
People wear those into the ground.
That's why they perfect.
Some do. I feel the new sneaker culture wears them into the ground.
You got to stop saying legend, perfect, and all these words that's like on the top pantheon or whatever. You got to stop doing that.
It's a wild list.
Legend should not be used for certain people, and perfect should never be used for anything.
Is Bow Wow a legend?
Except perfect game in baseball.
Thank you very much.
Bow
Wow's a legend.
Much as I don't even listen to Bow Wow, but much as I hate to admit it, the impact he has and being a kid making platinum hits.
Now, see, that's what I do.
You said a legend as a musician. No, not even close. Legend as a musician. Man, if you don't fly off earth.
Let me tell you something. If I put sneakers in the 10,
if you said he's in the culture of music and movies and everything, all the things he's done, yes, he influences him. Very important. He's not a music legend, just his own music. No,
who's a music legend?
Not even close.
Bounce With Me hit.
I mean, you go down the list. Jay-Z is a legend. Drake is a legend. Kanye is a legend.
Drake's a legend.
Oh, Drake's a legend. Drake's absolutely. I mean, he's released how many? Like 10, 15 albums, and they're all universally loved.
Yeah, you might be able to call him.
I'm a low key hater, but I like Drake though. I listen to
that's you making my point again. I like everyone hates on something. That's the whole point. You can't have something that's perfect.
What you got is 9.
Chicago 1s.
Yeah, it's a fire shoe. It's over a 9.0. You give 9.5, 9.4, 9.6. You give it whatever you want.
If you have any 9.9s anywhere,
nope. Because what if something comes out that's fire? That's better. You never know.
What you got at 8?
Galaxy Foams.
Oh yeah, you smoking. Now
you drew up. That's the only shoe you ever drew a picture of in your life.
I'm only saying. Have you seen one in hand? Quality. It's bad.
The impact. I think I have it on at 8, just strictly on the impact.
See, that's the thing.
People went crazy when that was dropped.
People's 10 out of 10 out of 10 perfect 10 sneakers will be different.
It's the only shoe you ever drew a picture of.
Mine would be impact, but if you see a Galaxy in hand, it's literally just like a big giant sticker stuck to.
But you don't like foams though.
Oh no! I love foams. I don't love foams now. I still have foams. Like I
haven't worn mine in a while.
Of course not. I ain't worn foam in about 7 years.
Bread 1s.
Bread 1s. You got come on. You got like you can put the 10s to the side as legends.
No, you can't. There's no such thing as a perfect anything. You can't have a perfect slice of pizza. You can't have a perfect burrito. You can't have a perfect T-shirt.
No.
You can't have a perfect tire. You can't have a perfect anything. Something's going to come along that's better. You can't have a perfect Ukrainian soldier, despite the fact they out there doing stuff. Somebody in the future is going to be a better soldier. I'm sorry. Pilot, whatever.
He's a 10
no
too.
such thing as a 10 right now.
All right. What's next?
Red October 6.
No. Well, October Easy?
Yes.
No way, Jose. You had the 10 out of 10? A lot of people did say that. I got a lot of Red October messages. There's one sneaker I got the most of, though. One sneaker that I got, I'm talking the most.
Black Red 1s?
Nope.
I mean, I can't think of nothing else. Or Black Cement 3s.
It was. Keep going.
Number 6 with the Kobe 8s.
Number 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. Number 5 with the Kobe 8s.
See, you talking about favorites now.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody lists.
I would never have a Kobe 8 in a 10 list.
Those are what the Kobe's though?
You shouldn't have a 10 list. I mean, it's that simple.
I'd have Grinch, though. Grinch is a good one for a perfect
It's
sneaker.
not a 10. It's not a perfect sneaker.
Number 4, Kobe 6
You can't.
Grinch.
How often can you wear it?
Many times you want. You wear it many times you want.
Okay, I can see that being an argument for it not being a 10. I can see that.
With the Grinches?
Yeah, I can see that being an argument. It's not an everyday wear sneaker, but that's why I would argue an Air Force One.
Listen, people are influenced by things they see and do and whatever every day on social media. So like one day, that's why our list. If we did a list 5 years ago and did another list, the same thing, our list would be different.
100%.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Union Ones weren't out yet. They still get a 10 though.
Well, you making my point now.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like, you could just keep building 10s.
That's actually a good point that I didn't even think of. Like, people had no idea Union 1 was even in the universe lexicon, and all of a sudden it's out, and now people think it's the greatest shoe ever. But if we just went back 3 years, it didn't exist. How can you give something a 10 3 years ago, and then this shoe come out as your favorite shoe now?
You just bump it out to 10. You got to list
can always be changed.
Why would you have it on the same level as something that's better than? You understand what I'm saying?
It's kind of like the greatest basketball player argument or the greatest rapper argument.
Yeah, but even Michael Jordan is not a 10. I mean, you know, he lost playoff games.
Jordan's the greatest player of all.
Yeah, he is. That's my era. That's my favorite player.
He didn't lose finals, though.
That's fine. That doesn't mean he's a perfect of all time. I mean...
Yeah, he is. He's the greatest basketball player of all time. Though.
He is, but that doesn't mean he's a 10 out of 10.
He's a 10.
Not flawless.
He's defensive, and he made mistakes. But if we all picked a basketball player first, we'd all pick Jordan first.
Not everyone. We would in this room.
Well, would you pick Mike first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. What else next?
Number 3.
There's still people that put Kobe second ahead of LeBron. Kobe's not even a top 10 player of all time.
Let's relax.
We've gone over this already.
Let's relax.
Based on the numbers he's saying.
Now is Kobe a personal favorite in the top 10? Yes, absolutely. I lived through Kobe's entire career. He would be in my top 3 to 5 of favorite players.
Of course.
But when you look at everything, because statistics is part of it, that's the only thing you can't lie about. Everyone's eye test is different. Statistics is the one thing that's constant. I've shown you the numbers before. Chris Paul is literally a higher rated player of all time than Kobe. So, and I'm not saying that I would put Chris Paul higher on my list, but what I'm saying is like things like that should make people go back and review why that is, because there's a reason why player A is rated over player B in terms of statistics. You know what I mean? Like those things exist for a reason. So. Same thing with sneakers, food, whatever. Like, I think Taco Boy is the best Mexican food I've had in the state of Arizona. But I haven't had all the food in Arizona. So.
Fair enough.
I couldn't make that argument. Not Mexican food. Tacos.
They got burritos and quesadillas and whatever, too.
I'm going to have to try this Taco Boy.
You got to try it. What's the next one?
Number 3, South Beach 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you doing favorites. So.
And I don't even own that shoe.
You're talking about impact now.
I mean, I think at the time for the time when it came out and ascended to number 1 or whatever. Yeah, I mean you want to talk about Nike releasing a shoe at the perfect time? Good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, being in Miami, South Beach, like it was just the right time. Like it was perfect. All right. What you got next?
Number 2, Concord 11s.
I would have a Concord 11 as a 10 out of 10. 100%.
I can't do it.
What?
I understand the shoes that people will want to put on the list, even though I've seen some ones that are absurd. Like Air Force 1 all white is absurd. Now, Black Red Jordan 1, I understand. Concord 11, I understand. Air Force 1 all white, man.
You can make the argument for it.
No, you can't.
What shoes is those?
There's no argument.
What you wear?
Black Red Lows.
Oh, okay. What's number 1?
Black Cement 3.
Black Cement.
That one I can understand the argument for.
Greatest shoe ever.
Black Cement 3 was the one that the most people sent. They said if there was one, it would be Black Cement 3. I would disagree with that. Not because Jordan 3s aren't my favorite, and I look awful in Jordan 3s, but that's probably one of 2 sneakers that one wear, they're done. you can crack that midsole up with one wear.
Yeah, the ones now, not.
I don't even remember back then.
No one does, but they didn't. Same thing didn't happen because they weren't made as cheaply.
I just shot around in a pair of black cement 3s, sat down on the bleachers, looked at it, I was like, you gotta be kidding me, gone. And I was like, come on, man. That's why I could never give a Jordan 3 a perfect score. I wouldn't even give Jordan 3 a 9.
What?
It makes no sense. Like, it just makes no sense. Now, Jordan 4? Nobody wanted to say 4s. Nobody wanted to say 4s.
I like 4s.
Not having 4s in your 10-10 list. To me.
My list is very, like I said, man, I went back and forth with this list. But you know what? This probably will be my favorites.
That's the thing. It's a favorites list. Yeah, I would pick sneakers that like I don't own because I recognize a 10 out of 10. Luxury goods, 10 out of 10. What you okay?
Kyrie had 50
tonight.
Yes.
What they play?
Hornets.
They win.
Yes.
Oh, they better have won. Chicago ones. Oh, like I was saying, 10 out of 10 sneakers. It would end up being our favorites. Like I know what I put on it, but I would say, like I said, I would recognize for a 10 out of 10 sneaker. It would be sneakers I don't got.
See, that's the thing. With people saying 10 out of 10, it's a nostalgia thing.
I agree with that. I can agree with that.
That's the only reason people want to call something perfect. Nostalgia.
No.
Yes, it is.
Because I'd probably say like half of mine would be stuff that came out in the last 5 years.
If anyone in the replies to you is under like 24 years of age and didn't include like a brand new shoe on their list, if they were including something old, they had no business including something old.
Like, you know what? Like, I was surprised that nobody said to me, I'm a Meniere 3s. I would call that sneaker flawless. Like, that's how good that sneaker is. And you know, like, I don't think I've ever seen a better handcrafted sneaker ever. That's how good it is.
Maybe. It's not, but it's not better than, to me, the design cues or whatever word you want to use is not better than Union Black Toe 1. What they, like, you're scoffing at it or whatever. I'm not saying they, like, took all these... they didn't draw it in AutoCAD or whatever. Right. It's a Jordan 1, but the idea that they created to put that shoe together was as close to flawless as possible. And I'm on year 3. It should be in the top tier, but it's not perfect. There's no such thing. And maybe my argument is purely...
hatred?
It's purely because I'm sticking to my guns about if something better comes out in the future. That's another good example. I'm on year 3. The only 3 you possibly could put up there with that is black cement. That's it.
Black cement in
terms of like
fire.
88s.
The design. No, but I'm saying, like, to me, black cement will be over white cement, and the only other shoe that's close is I'm on year 3 in terms of like design cues.
Only reason why I wouldn't have I'm on year 3 up there maybe because I feel like it's unwearable. It's hard to wear it. It's not easy. I posted the homie. Shout out to homie Daryl.
Wear with that outfit right there.
No, I mean you can because like I don't. I guess I could have did something with it. I gotta have them first, but now I can't afford them. All the time I could have bought them for like 4, 5, 6. I could have bought them. Nope. Now them joints is like 1,000.
Yeah, the only shoe that won't go up is Jordan 4 Union.
I need
every
Jordan
other
4
shoe. Every other shoe has gone up like double. It's the only one I can't sell is the one that should sell that I've owned for like 3 years or whatever.
So
now.
For design, are y'all taking bread 4s over bread 3s?
Oh, 100%.
Nah. For me, yes, because that was the shoe for me. Like the wings, the net, everything. When I was a kid, I had them when I'm a little bit older than Greg and other people that be on the podcast. But like, man, whatever. I'm just saying, like, a lot of the people who listen to our show weren't even a thought yet in their parents' minds when we were wearing Jordan 4. So, like, I had those shoes as a kid, and my mind was already made up when I was a child.
So that was your first pair of Jordans?
I think I had 3s. I don't remember 100%, but I know that I had 4s.
What was your first pair of Jordans?
First pair of Jordan was 6s, but then I went back and got 5s after this one dude got shot for his... I'm not joking. When this dude got shot for his... I was like, everybody was like, dang, he got shot for his Jordans. They didn't take him. And I was like, what color did he have? He had the black. I had to go back and get the black ones.
Wow.
I mean, fam, if they were shooting cats, I mean, you had to get the hottest ones.
It was on the cover of like People or whatever magazine it was on. The cover. Sports Illustrated, maybe.
More people got shot. No.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
People still getting robbed and whatever for shoes.
I knew a personal guy that got shot. Like I didn't know, not the guy in the story. Like
but anybody who grew up like in a I don't, I'm not gonna say in the hood or whatever, but anybody who grew up in the neighborhood like that, you knew what time it was. I mean,
Baton Rouge.
I had people come up to me at the football game when I was like a freshman, and I don't know if they were seniors or whatever. What size you got?
Yeah.
And like,
that's always the question.
Yeah, like,
what size am I?
And at one point I heard somebody like answer the question like the size that fits my foot, and I started saying that to people, and I thought I was gonna get in a fight every time I said it.
It was wild times.
First day of 7th grade, cat picked me up by my collar, lit off the ground. Like, he was like, them look crazy nice on my brother. I'm like, man, I thought you were joking. You're like, come on, you like that.
Yeah, everyone reacts like that, or they want to.
Like, and then he put me down. I was like, all right, there, y'all.
It was wild, man.
It was wild. Alvin, that was his name. I hate him. He's dead, though. But I hated him, though.
I was about to tell a story like that, too, but I kind of feel bad the dude is dead now.
Yeah, all them cats, a lot of them cats I know, like, they dead. Cleone, Mercedes, all them cats, it was wildin'. Them cats, Columbia 11s, when they're Columbia 11s, not Legend Blue 11. Oh my God! I mean, them cats was like an actual gun battle over Columbia 11 and stuff at the Shell station on the corner. Dude, this was in Park in the Bay. Oh my God! I'm talking like I got stories. The Jordan 6 was my first one. My dad got me those. That was after we watched Jordan win his first championship.
Okay.
During the Lakers. Then I went back and got metallic 5s because, like I said, when I found out what's his name got shot, I was like, yo, he got shot with all of them. Those just hot. That was equivalent to like all the drug dealers having the dope sneakers. You wanted to have what the drug dealers wore. Yeah. Somebody got shot for like, dang, they shot him for those. Yo, I need them joints. Period. I'm sorry. That's how it was.
Wow.
That's how it was.
I was trying to figure out how to wear everything I already owned, not so people would see it.
That's how.
I already had them all.
Oh no, we did because we would take our old sneakers, we put the old ones in our backpack. I mean, wear the old ones home, put the new ones in the backpack, and hope they didn't steal our backpack. That was the way we did it. Going through MacArthur Park, anywhere like that. When I was young, I'm talking young. I was young.
And this was in L.A.
I was in Christian school, and we would lead a Christian school. Bloods and Crips would come on the school and be like, yo. I was in a Christian school in the middle of it. Bloods, Crips, yo, come here, man, we just chill all day, we hang out, we play video. Man, what you in here school for? I know cats that left. I'm talking left at 3rd grade, never came back, never saw him again. Facts. I remember the pastor would come out wearing his pastor robe, like, scram, like to the gang members. The gang members, you're like, oh, shoot the pastor. This when gang members had respect. They were like, oh, shoot, the bishop. And they was like this, hopped this vine, it was a fence full of vines, hopped it, went over the ledge, went back to the block.
So that scene on Straight Outta Compton when the Bloods came on the bus, that was realistic.
Man, all that stuff is factual stuff, no?
Wow.
Man, where you from, where you stay at, what hospital you was born, man, all them stuff is real life questions.
We have that Baton Rouge.
I used to go to Compton, oh my God, I hated going to my cousin's house. Like, you couldn't even go outside for a second out there without somebody asking you something.
I'm sure it happens in other neighborhoods, and I know I've seen stories about it happening in Chicago, but like, you could have a family where like one brother a Blood, one brother a Crip in L.A. I mean, it would be like they would hang out with each other and maybe give each other a pass in their neighborhoods, but if something happened...
But I will say, like you just brought up, I will say Chicago might be the worst. Like, and I didn't believe it until we went to go visit family out there. Fam, I had my hat just like this. Fam, I'm about to get killed. Like, they don't play out in Chicago. Like, you be outside. We was outside this barbecuing. I like this, we just chilling, Yeah. Fam, I was like, this cat. They rolled up. I was like, oh, no, they don't from here. I'm here. We have cactuses and stuff. I don't know.
See, I've never been to Chicago.
I love Chicago.
I've been to L.A.
Chicago, but I ain't been in like South or West Side Chicago. That's different.
Yeah, I was already, coached about the dress code in L.A. When I went to L.A. for the first time, my cousin was like, "Yeah, don't be wearing."
Before COVID, it actually wasn't as bad as it was when I was growing up. But then once COVID hit, and I think that's with a lot of neighborhoods. Once COVID hit, and a lot more people on the streets, like.
Yeah,
didn't have nothing to do. Like and all the activities was fired back up.
LA is one of the only cities I know that like ask girls. You know what I mean? Like girls used to kind of like get past it, but like no, LA will ask a girl like, yo, where you from? Who your brother? Who your cousin? Like you see a girl walk around with a rag, like even if it's just for her hair. They don't play that stuff out there. Not in LA.
Wow.
Chicago 1's coming back out. Y'all copy?
Yes.
George, hold on, George. Yes. Hold on, George. Before you say no, because I got loads.
No, I am. I'm gonna try.
To keep?
We'll see.
Let's do it, George! Let's go, George! Right. Finally! You know how often I ask you about something that's fire coming out? I said, you keep it? You keeping Chicago 1 highs? Let's go.
Don't do that.
George,
I ask you about stuff. Don't do that.
You said.
What's the last one?
You said I don't need no more Jordan highs. You said none because I only got lows.
No,
you got Shadow lows. You got Royal lows. You got Bread lows. You got Chicago lows.
Ones?
All the lows. You got no more highs. Only highs you got?
No, I got Black Red highs.
Black Red highs. That's it. That's the only one. I was like, I know George will sit here and say,
don't do that.
I got Chicago lows. I don't need Chicago highs.
Don't put that shoe in the category with some of the other shoes you asked, am I keeping?
Let me tell you something. If you about to cop a Chicago high and keep, it's a 10 out of 10. Facts.
No, it's not.
Yeah, facts.
No, it's not.
Okay. All right.
I know they're going to be hard as hell to get.
Chicago lows is rated higher than Chicago highs.
Maybe they might be, maybe not. Now, if Black Toe came out high, you copy?
Yeah.
High keep?
Yeah.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
All right.
You got Black Toe lows? Oh, they don't exist, do they?
No.
They never came out with a Black Toe
They came out as in the fat configuration or whatever with
version of
the suede toe box.
Man, them Chicago ones gonna be so hard to get.
I don't know if they will be. It depends.
Well, Mr. On Love did say it's not going to be the 85. It's going to be a regular.
Well, I just keep seeing remastered. Now, that just means good leather? 85. Okay. Because
either or.
It better be better than that.
I don't care what they are.
It better be better than the Marina Blues.
I've seen a couple people say they might be patent leather. Now, I haven't
doubt it.
I haven't seen Mr. Unloved ones say they weren't. But I haven't seen it say they have. I mean, I might have missed his tweets or something. And he's the one I trust when it comes to Jordan 1 information. Like, I seen a couple people say that, and he hasn't said yes or no. But he's made kind of hints like, y'all don't know nothing. All right. Now, like I said, if it would have been 85, I don't care what it is. If it's just leather, it's a cop. Patent leather, might have to bite the bullet and cop it.
No, you ain't.
I don't think the patent leathers will look good in Chicago ones.
Well, they had a patent leather in Jordan 1, but it was like a mid or something.
Yeah, mid. It was a mid. I do remember those.
I remember say I had them.
In Chicago's, they wouldn't look good.
I'm not buying those.
If they were patent, you wouldn't buy them?
Nope. I mean, I'll flip them, but I'm not buying the key.
Look, I can't wait for them joints to come out.
Yeah, I want them.
Like, I'm glad that, like, finally, it's the most talked about sneaker
if you ask
over the last
me,
probably, like, 8 years.
If you ask me what Jordan 1 do I need to come out, I would literally say Black Toe 1, the same ones like we got, lows, over any high. Unless they say Union 1 high's coming out again, then I'd be like, all right, duh.
I don't know, like, holiday releases are typically, well, this one comes out, so they gave a date for the Cherry 11. The Cherry 11 is coming out December 11th, which typically the 11s come out on Black Friday, right?
One normally comes out Black Friday, and then one comes out like 2 days before Christmas or whatever that weekend
is. Okay, so today they released the red, white 11s, which I do want those. That's the first 11 I've wanted in years.
So I'm going to pass on those.
It just made sense to come back as a high because it was the only one really they haven't done.
Them joints is very fire to me. So I'm going to actually try for those myself, unless a lot of people I know want to get them, then I'll help them out if I can. But Chicago 1 highs are it's not even a question. And I think this is going to be that one where if you can grab it $455, I think you have to buy it. Like,
I can agree with that.
Like, I don't think I can, like, this is going to be one where it's like, okay, clearly before it drops, they're going to be 1,000 something. Then when they drop, they'll probably hit the, like, what, $450. They'll hit somewhere around there, depending on how many they make. And I'll buy it. Like, if I don't get the drop, I'm going to pay the $480, $500, whatever. It's, like, we're talking about, I can't even remember the last time it came out. What was that?
2015, I think.
15 or 16, I think.
Oh,
between 14 and 16.
I thought it was like 2013. Or
no, because that's the one that shot up in price when the documentary came out.
Yep, sure did.
Good Lord,
let me see.
Yeah,
immediately.
Because Chicago lows are $500, $600. A used pair is $500. So like I can't get those. I'm like, yeah, I'm paying $505 for highs. I need them joints. So I'm glad they coming back. Sneakers.
So the mid that came out last year that they called Chicago, or 2 years ago, 2020, those ones are $290
for mids.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I will tell you though, when I see cats wearing mids, I be like, they be looking like the regular ones sometimes.
Off-white Chicagos are now $7,000 to $8,000.
Those are so fire to me.
That just should be It should be against the law.
I guess as much as I dislike the trophy rooms, they're a quarter of the price of off-whites. I would just buy those. If you're gonna spend that much money, just buy the. It's not the same shoe, but just buy that one. That makes no sense.
I like the trophy room ones. I think they were that. Once I saw them in person,
they suck.
When I saw them in person, I was like, oh yeah, these is nice. And when me and Skate was at SneakerCon, I was like, oh yeah, these is nice.
They suck.
All right, you ever seen them in person?
2015 is when the OG high red toes Chicago
came out. Red toes.
I try to remember when I was at Chic did they come out. When
they are 21.
Yeah, I was at Chic.
$2,100.
Easy to get. They were so easy to get.
We were talking about it.
We had these though, or I had these. Did you not buy these? The 2013. It was not technically the OG.
Spider-Mans.
No. This
Chicago.
This was a high, but it was without it had the Jumpman logo. It didn't have the Nike Air.
I had these and I sold them because I had Black Toes and I sold them to somebody.
No, but Black Toes was OGs though. You sold them to Simple probably.
I can't remember. I sold my Black Toes to Simple. Yeah, that was stupid. That was real stupid. I was in a dark place.
You're a bad person. Oh my God.
I made me a good person.
Chicago lows are now $1,200 in my size.
I told you I can't even afford those.
Crazy, man.
Sneakers app.
Size 10, 1300.
Oh, I hate the sneakers app. I hate it. I never win anything off it.
Sneakers app is going to full raffle. Doesn't matter.
Well, you're saying for
drops.
Yeah, for the
drops.
No, it's whenever they do the one that it's the reserve pair. It's like when you reserve it in store. The thing we thought we had to do at Undefeated when we was driving to Undefeated.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so explain it then.
Yeah, it's only because we don't have a Nike store in Arizona, so we don't even have it here.
So this doesn't affect us?
Probably not.
I thought this meant that Sneakers app is skipping all first come first serve, doing all raffles for every single Sneakers drop.
No, they're doing so the way that reserved worked, it was first come first serve. So you click the button first, you get it. The way that Sneakers app works on a regular release, the normal style is like a mini draw, and then they have the other one that's like a regular draw. So where you have 10 minutes to get in or whatever. So from what I understand, whenever they do the switch to the reserve, it's going to switch to how it is now, where you have like 2 minutes or whatever to get in, and it's kind of like a mini draw.
Oh, so this don't even bother us then? Because we ain't got no Nike.
For Arizona, no.
When did the Nike store shut down? It was the one in Scottsdale, right?
Yeah, that shut down 2018.
Unless.
Damn, that's crazy. I thought we still had
it. Because there are some stores that get reserve, I think. It might only be for special releases. That's their release. But like I know Undefeated had when they did the Devin Booker Jordan 4. Kobe 4 or whatever it was. Kobe when we drove there.
Yeah, that was Kobe.
So they can do those reserves in boutique stores. So unless Nike does something like that here where they contract with, Undefeated or Manor or whatever, but we ain't going to get it because there's no Nike store here, at least a Nike retail store.
Oh, well, shoot. That's a whack topic then because that don't affect us. Nike removing stuff out of Foot Locker.
It matters for like the other people though. I mean, I think it's a good idea. First come, first serve was always lame to me.
I think every single app thing should be a draw to me. Every single one. None of them should be...
For release shoes, yes, I like that. But I think for that reserve in store, I
don't know nothing about that. That's big city bias stuff. We don't... that's for your LAs, your New York,
Chicago's.
Giving people 10 minutes for that just seems weird. I don't know. Just make it a normal release. You don't need to do first come, first serve because then, bots win or whatever else. But...
I thought it meant you get in a Sneakers app when a sneaker drops and you circulate, and then it says you get the 3 dots or we got your order, and it's processing, then it'll let you know if you got it. Is that considered a raffle too?
Which one?
Not where it's the countdown clock. If it's a
Nike app or
Sneakers app. Sneakers where it's okay, the draw is open for the LeBron 19.
Yeah, that's a full draw.
That's a full. So
for 10 minutes.
The other one. When you just click your size, pay your stuff, that's what, a mini draw?
Pretty
much. Man, that's whack. I need a full draw for all of it.
That's how it should be for any of the hype product. I don't understand why they don't do that, but they started doing it at one point, and now they went back the other way. They put purple dunks on Nike app. And from what I understand, Nike app is a true first come, first serve. I could be wrong about that.
No, it is. Because I mean, anytime they drop it on the Nike app, I get those typically. Like I got the purple dunks, like piece of cake. Like now, I don't understand the point of doing that versus this. I also don't understand the Nike app, which I guess maybe tries to make it fair. There's no like when you open the Nike app, it doesn't say like new drops or something. You gotta like type in dunk. Yeah. Like search for the product.
It doesn't make any sense to do those on. I don't understand the Nike app. Why do you have 2 apps for releases?
You don't win none of those sneakers?
Man, never. What? I got some bread 4s. What? That was 3 years ago, but that was easy as hell to get. Like I never went out. It's to the point now. If I don't have a plug to give me a shoe, like during that era, for as like the Nike app and the
right.
I ain't getting them. And shout out to my plug, Taurus. He in Korea, and my boy AJ. AJ take care of me out here when he can. But other than that, if they can't get them, because every time I get on the sneakers app or the Nike app, man, sold out.
See, I think I put all my faith in sneakers app. Like I don't do Foot Locker. I don't do none of that stuff anymore. I tried it, and I did get Michigan Dunk Lows or Iowa Dunk Lows, whatever Dunk Lows I got. I did get a pair off of that, but I don't know, man. I thought it was just a full sneakers thing. This is a big city bias stuff. Nike removing product from Foot Locker. Does this matter? Yes or no?
It definitely matters. To the end user, at least. I mean, I'm sure some people like...
According to Forbes, they stated 70% of Foot Locker's sales in 2021 were all Nike products. That is very interesting to say now that Nike said, you know what, we're going to take our stuff out of there. So what's Foot Locker's going to sell if there's no Nike product in their store?
I mean, they said they're not taking out all Nike product. 70% of your sales being on Nike...
That's a lot.
I don't think I would have expected it to be that high.
Really, though?
I mean, I would expect
that apparel?
Maybe 70 isn't that high then when you think of Nike and a Foot Locker. Like
when you going Foot Locker.
I was about to say, like, 50, but I'm guess like 70 ain't that.
Because technically, wouldn't Converse sales be considered Nike?
Oh, I don't know if they consider that. Oh.
I don't
know. I don't know how they calculate that.
I don't know if Nike technically owns Converse anymore. I thought they gave it up.
Oh, they still do, I think.
I thought that was part of that.
Nike Converse still drop on sneakers app, so
70% is a lot.
You know what it is like, see, now this is what we can talk about, that argument of like what's a sneaker, because anytime news comes like this when all the analytical sneakerheads come out, they think they know everything.
Facts.
Like, first of all, it's all of our fault to me. Because, and we talked about this a long time ago. We talked about this so long on this podcast about the middleman going. You remember the first time we ever talked about this? And it wasn't even us that brought it up. We talked about it with the owner of Riff. We talked to him about it. He was talking about them taking product out of places and stuff like that. And that was what he heard. Whatever. I'm not going to say anything else he said, but like, because he actually.
We heard about. But that was a specific store.
Yes, but he talked about it.
And that was because they did something wrong.
But he had talked about. Maybe it wasn't him then. Somebody had mentioned that was going to happen eventually, taking out that middleman, whatever. Look, Foot Lockers...
Well, they've been talking about the Foot Locker story for a while now.
People been sitting there talking about this
Mom and Pops
stuff.
have had their Nike accounts canceled for like 3-4 years now.
Bro, let me tell you something. Champs is next.
But it's different, though. Foot Locker is not losing everything. They're only losing a small percentage.
They're losing a percentage of Nike stuff. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the Nike stuff that we don't want or the Nike stuff we do want. Like, does it mean they still get drops, but they don't got all those Vapor Max in the stores? Or does this mean no more drops and all Vapor Maxes and...
So, when the last time you bought a pair of Nikes from Foot Locker?
When the last time you bought something... Well...
I mean, I haven't been in a physical Foot Locker store in probably years, but
me too.
Online,
it's been a while.
Winning that.
No, you've been there.
You stay at the mall, so
no. You've gotten picked up Yeezys and stuff from there.
Yeah, but not a year, probably longer. The most recent Foot Locker change allows them to ship it to your house now. So like the last 3 times I won has been that.
Look, well, like I said, it's whatever they're pulling. If there's anything like, and this is if it's like major drops and stuff, they're probably putting that stuff on sneakers app. Yeah. Like, I mean, if you make complaints about not being able to get stuff on sneakers, they make a certain amount of sneakers. Now I'm paraphrasing. I don't know. They make a large amount of sneakers. This goes to Nike. This goes to Foot Locker. This goes here. You start pulling all them products out of the stores. Drop products. You say, okay, cool. Y'all not getting Chicago ones, Foot Locker. all the Foot Lockers across the nation, none of you against Chicago ones. All the Chicago ones, guess where they go at? They go on the Sneakers app. That means we might have a better shot on Sneakers app because we don't got to do sneakers, we don't got to do Foot Locker.
Well, yeah, the shoes are still going to get released somewhere.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about that.
So that's why, like, when I seen Sneakerheads, like, on there, I seen a lot of people on social media, like, yo, what they should have did, I told you, yo, this is messed up. I'm like, none of you care about Foot Locker. Like, stop acting like...
Well, maybe it's those people that plugs or something. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, them is people that need to just shut up. Like, that's a completely different argument. But like I said, all the complaints, like, Nike is gonna do what they need to, like, act like they hear our complaints, but they're not gonna do anything that you think would suffice for it. It's just like people complaining about people making minimum wage. Okay, cool. We'll pay them more, but we're gonna charge you more for the food. You're not gonna take it. I'm not taking a less amount of money.
Yeah, it's capitalism.
It's capitalism. Nike isn't gonna go, oh boy, you guys hate sneakers app so much, we need to make more sneakers for us. No, they'll just be like, yeah, you don't need them. You don't need them either. You don't need them. They'll still be at boutiques. They'll still be at your Undefeated. They'll be at all your places like that. But, like, Champs, I was like, Champs, you next. Shoe Palace, you probably next. All them places are going to be next. Like, it isn't just a Foot Locker
I think
thing.
Shoe Palace would be fine because they sell all the other stuff.
Yeah, now, see, that's where Foot Locker messed up. Because if you go to Shoe Palace and you go to, like Jimmy John's and DTLR, them cats sell, like, Ralph Lauren. Them cats sell mad amount of clothes. They sell Mitchell and Nash jerseys. Foot Locker only sells Jordan clothes.
Fam, if Nike pulled out any of those stores, they would all go bankrupt. Trust me.
You think so?
It's arguable. It's arguable.
Well, I think a lot of those stores are already, like, maybe barely hanging on as it is. So, like, you see Foot Locker just being gone then.
Well, no, they're not pulling out all the product. That's,
they're not.
People got that message wrong.
Yeah, they're not pulling out all the product, but, like, because, like you said, sneakerheads think that, like, oh no, everything revolves around Jordan 1s and Jordan 4s and stuff. People still, casual mall buyers, still go in Foot Locker and like, I need a new pair of sneakers. They don't know nothing. Like, boy, these are comfortable. Yeah. I'll take these. You know what I mean? Like, those are still a large consumer. My thing was, I just didn't know what that meant product-wise coming out of the place. Like, are they going to say, yeah, y'all need to have all these Vapor Maxes, Air Max 90s, all that stuff sitting on the wall. You'll still get drops. You'll still get drops or no drops, and you just get Vapor Maxes and all these, like, I don't know what that's called, GR stuff.
Listen, it's not a big conspiracy theory. Nike makes more money when they sell direct to consumer.
Oh, 100%.
Because when they sell to Foot Locker, they sell for wholesale, which is half price. So when they sell it on Sneakers app, they can make full price off the shoe. So I mean, if people really thought about it, it would have made sense for Nike to take all their product out of all stores, at least the stuff they can sell on sneakers 20 years ago or whatever.
Speaking of Nike, have y'all ever been to the employee store in Nike in Portland?
Yeah.
He has.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Imagine going to Costco with Nike.
It's not as cool as it used to be, but yeah, it's
like when we was younger, it was like even crazier. I've never been.
The stuff, so one of my buddies who lives near Portland, like actually right by the airport. It's not Phil Knight's airport, but it's where they store all the Nike jets. Like, he's seen Jordan's jet there before. He went a couple years ago, and you hear stories when you're a kid or whatever anyways, but he went years ago. So now it's not like they have every release shoe, or maybe not every release shoe, maybe not like Off-White or whatever, but every GR Jordan release shoe or whatever comes out at that store, and all the employees are allowed to line up to go buy it. So I mean, that store does get product, but when I went in there, it's not like the stories you hear from the 90s or whatever, where it's just like you're getting stuff at 50% off that sold out everywhere 6 months ago, and it's still sitting in the employee store. It wasn't like that at all. It was just like a regular outlet with like maybe some of the current.
Yeah.
Like I could have got. I think they had. I don't remember what it was. There was like one Jordan 1 there, and then maybe a Jordan 3. What was the Jordan 3 that came out that was like Phoenix Suns colors or something? Not the women's one that everyone wanted, but there was one before that.
Something.
Jordan 3.
I thought there was a Jordan 3 that came out that was like Suns colors or something.
It was
the only ones I know of that was Suns colors was the 8s.
Let's see here.
There was the 8s, but there was a Jordan 6. Was it black? There was a 3. I'm sorry. There was a 3 that was like Suns color.
So laser orange is the women's one that everyone went crazy for. So that's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm thinking of.
No, this is the women's one that everybody wanted because that one is actually just like the basic
Lakers.
Yeah, so it wasn't that one. There was something there. There was some Jordan 1 there, but not something that anyone would care about. And then there was a Jordan 3 or something there, but again, not something that people would go crazy for. Because I actually, when I was in the store, I actually looked prices up on like StockX and stuff. I was just going to buy a bunch of stuff and flip it. But
scoundrel.
If you go in there and it's not on a release day, everything that's in there is already going to be picked over anyway. Yeah. No, I'm saying like everything's already picked over. So it's not, I don't know how the best way to word it is, but I think some people have like a grander idea of what the store is, and it's not like it used to be. It's just basically like an outlet store that's 40% off everything.
See, when I actually went, I think it was the release date of those Blue Mirror foams. I got those. I got some Kobe's, and they had so many dunks there when I went.
Yeah, so that's definitely at a different time than
like. I feel where you're coming from. It is hit or miss because my
Mirror Foams was what, All-Star Weekend 20.
No, the blue ones, not the you're thinking of the regular mirrors.
Mirror. Okay, blue.
Because my best friend, he goes up there. Shout out Mook. He goes out there all the time to the store, send me pictures. So I feel you. It's hit or miss because sometimes you're like, damn, they still got those, and then. Sometimes it's like, nah, it's not really that much in there.
There was nothing crazy at all in there when I went in there. It looked basically like an outlet store, but maybe like 1 or 2 current releases. But it was like current releases that nobody really cared about. So maybe if I went in there during like Black Cement 3 weekend or something, and they might have some of those still sitting at 40% off, then that would have been nice. But you know...
Even the outlets in Portland, in my opinion, have a lot of heat.
There's also there's another store that on actual Nike campus that no one knows about that is an actual employee store that like only the employees can go to, and that one does get every single.
I wonder how fast it sells.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm sure it flies, but that one on campus gets every like Off-Whites, you know, every single release.
Dang, they gotta do a raffle.
Camp is beautiful too, man.
And that's a store that a lot of people most people don't know that store exists. They just know of the employee store.
Have you ever did you go to the Adidas employee store while you were there?
Nah.
Coming soon though. We play our cards right.
One of my buddies from high school, who's actually a really well-known person in the sneaker industry now, he used to work at Nike Vault in L.A. when they had that connected to Staples Center, and he was the one who got me the passes for the employee store when I was up there. I'm sure he has Adidas connections too, and he listens to podcasts, and he's sent us shoes before too. I don't talk about it, you know, on the show or whatever. We've definitely said his name before, but
what you're talking about. Shout out to him.
He got me the passes when I was up there. But again, it was like, it's not the experience that you grew up hearing about if you were like someone in my age range. You know what I mean?
Because I remember when I went to the Adidas store, you know, that's when Boost was just popping. Ultra Boost. Right. You went in there was not one Ultra Boost in there. Not one. Because Ultra Boost wasn't making it to no employee store, no outlet or nothing. They was selling.
That's a crazy time, man. That Ultra Boost period.
It was. I only had one pair of Ultra Boost.
What?
I only had one pair.
I got about... I mean, I said I got 8, 9 pairs DS I never wore, and I got about 8, 9 pairs I wear. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happens to Foot Locker. I don't know what happens to Champs. I don't know what happens to all of them. But, like, you know, I know that right now the talk is Foot Locker, but whoever else is out there, you next.
If someone gets their full Nike allotment pulled, they're going out of business. I mean, that's what all happened to all those mom and pop shoe stores that have been open for, like, some have been open for, like, 40, 50 years, maybe some longer.
You think something like Manor has to be worried?
I mean, they just got their thing, so I would imagine it's probably safe, but...
That was the first thing I thought of.
He has a good relationship too with the like golf rep, as far as I know. So I'm sure any kind of like relationship building helps. You know what I mean? But who knows what's on who knows what's behind the scenes? Like maybe all those, like what's the famous store in New York, Moe's or whatever. Some of those stores could have been missing on their Nike bill or something. You never know. Like we have no idea why Nike pulled some of those.
All right.
Contracts. We heard about the store in L.A., San Diego, whatever. That
Foot Locker is the first one that like gave an explanation about it.
Now the one that Jeff told us about from Riff is still open.
Yeah.
They've been able to sell other stuff, but I think that was a bigger part of their business to begin with anyways. So they've been able to stay open and sustain without Nike. But
if Nike pulls a lot more than like just a little bit, and like because they were like it legit said the articles and everything was like Foot Locker was going to have to lean heavily on their New Balance.
I think that was the incorrect article.
Puma. Well, I saw that in multiple ones. Even the Forbes one that you read from, I saw it in that. I saw it in a few extra ones. Now I don't know if they just weren't updated or whatever. A lot of them did say that. If they're gonna have to literally lean on those, I don't know what they're gonna do, and that's a fact because it ain't like they get the cool.
Well, don't forget, Foot Locker has GOAT and
right. Yeah,
too.
They're not going to go out of business. They're not going to go out of business. They might have to change their business plan.
So hold on, Foot Locker owns GOAT?
Yeah.
GOAT and Flight Club.
Oh.
So they own all that. Like they're not going to be in like some type of trouble, but they business plan or strategy for what a Foot Locker might change dramatically.
I mean, the interesting thing, Foot Locker is obviously a business that existed for a long time, and you know, they probably don't need to change their business model, but it's kind of crazy how big StockX is getting that fast.
It's getting way too big.
And
they sell MacBooks now.
Right.
Is that what you just said that?
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
But what I'm saying is like they've created an entire business just off reselling, like being the middleman of a reseller. So I don't ever see that business going away. No. I would imagine Foot Locker wouldn't do that, but I guess they could. If it's last resort.
StockX is king right now when it comes to anything resell and anything, period. The website is clean. It's easy to use. That's what GOAT's website and all that is one of the worst I've ever used in my entire life. That's no joke. Foot Locker.
The actual website, like
the website, not the GOAT app. The website is
use the website.
Awful. The GOAT website, Foot Locker app, awful. Foot Locker website, awful. East Bay, with all them like linked up store sites are some of the worst you could possibly use.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a question. Like you know what? Let's go back and talk about. Hold on, real quick. Hot Step Drakes and Supreme Dunks that came out. I haven't. Yeah,
water.
I haven't had a bad release like that in a long time.
What you mean, like losing or something?
Like I'm talking like. I don't care about losing on sneakers.
No one had a shot on Drake's website.
Like, first of all, what does a Drake website even doing existing? Like, I was like, wait a minute. I thought these were gonna come out on Nike. I was like, wait a minute, I'm on Nocta. Like, what the heck is this garbage? Like all this look like terrorist wear. I'm like, what is this cold weather terrorist gear? I'm like, get this garbage out of here. I sit there and I go, you know what? I don't care about losing on sneakers. I care about like how we're still losing on sneakers. The fact that like you can get it in your cart and it just won't let you get to anything to actually pay. Now, somebody checking out faster than me, cool. But like on Supreme, I got the Dunks in the cart like that. I clicked the thing to pay, it wouldn't even let me. It wouldn't let me pay. I'm like, dude, I can't believe we're still losing this way. Sites crash, like weird things like that. Like that stuff to me is just like played out. Like it just makes absolutely no sense to lose the same way we've been losing on sneakers for the last 10, 12 years. Like, come on, like get it in a cart.
Well, Supreme's website to me is whack. I mean, they have no business. The app is
good. The app is good.
I don't use the app.
Oh, so I've only used the website. I have I've had a lot of good fortune with the app. Like I've never really had much issue with the app. Like, so I was like, oh, shoot, straight to cart, went to the thing, did the thing, nothing. And I also hate that they take off Apple Pay for certain things. I could be wrong, I don't know. But there's certain things I'll buy, I use Apple Pay on Supreme app. Big drop sneakers, it's only PayPal or credit card, whatever. I didn't see Apple Pay on this drop unless I missed it. I didn't see it.
To me, Supreme's company is not big enough to have their own web commerce website. Yeah, I mean, they should be on Shopify or someone else's network. It doesn't make any sense. They don't sell enough stuff. Like, what does Supreme have? 10 stores total in the entire world? It could be more than that, but I'm sure that's ballpark, 10. Their business is not big enough to me that it makes sense that they have their own e-commerce website that isn't Shopify or isn't, like it makes sense that Nike has their own e-commerce. It makes sense that Target has their own e-commerce, Best Buy. Supreme is a tiny business by comparison. So who knows who they have who works in IT or whatever, because they got to have somebody. Like the Drake release on Nocta, I can spell out 100% what happened on that release and the reason why you and Simple had no shot. But as far as Supreme, I don't know anything about the back end of Supreme's website. And to me, they have no business having their own e-commerce platform because who knows who can bot it, what to do to bot it. Obviously, there was like a million different Supreme bots that existed in the last 5 years before Supreme kind of went, people stopped caring about it. But like that release, I added the dunk to the cart immediately. Clicked like go to the cart or however the next button, and it took me back to the very beginning of the website and was a blank website.
So you didn't.
And I was like, wait, what?
I went straight.
Why didn't you go to the cart?
I got inside the cart. I clicked PayPal, and it just was sitting there. Like, it wouldn't do nothing. Yeah. Wasn't no Apple Pay on it. I was like, man, come on, man. Like, I can't be sitting here losing out on sneakers like this still. Like, in the cart, don't get to nothing. Like I said, if I get to the PayPal site, put all my information in, and then come back, all gone, I get it. But, like, not being able to get through stuff or, like, getting hourglassed, that spinny thing for a while. What is up with this? Like, get this stuff together. Like I said, like you said, I don't expect Supreme and sites like that. They have
their own website.
Their website is trash. Like, I get it. But, like, I'm talking, stuff has been like this for the past 15 years. Like, it's like, come on. Somebody got to be upgrading something by now. Like, it just makes absolute sense.
And I think that's kind of the reason why Nike went to sneakers and stuff like that is because they even used to have e-commerce issues with releases. 100%. And as big of a company as they are, you should have zero bandwidth issues.
But that's why they created two apps. So we talked about this before. I was like, because there's no really need. Like, there's a sneakers app and then there's a Nike app.
Nike app should exist to do what the website does, but it shouldn't exist for releases. It's stupid. Just put it, like Johnny just sent me a thing right now of dunks that are coming out tomorrow.
Black, white,
red. No, red dunks are coming out tomorrow.
What red dunks? White reds? UNLV?
Team red dunks are coming out on Nike app tomorrow.
Oh, those ones?
Why is this coming out on Nike app? It should be a sneakers release.
They've been doing. Nah.
Yeah,
have a better shot.
No. Well, you might think you do, but I mean,
hey man, what's up?
There's no reason. All right. There's no reason to have two apps for releases. I mean, that makes no sense.
We talked about it before. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
But anyways, with regard to the Drake app, they're on Shopify. They had zero bot protection, so
it went straight to.
And they didn't ask a question to add to cart. They didn't do CAPTCHA. They didn't do eCAPTCHA, any of that, and they didn't change the website. So if you notice, when like Concepts or any of these other brands do a shoe release, they create a brand new web portal that the bots don't know the link ahead of time that you have to go to. I don't know if you remember any of the other things where. So we obviously use the sneaker Twitter monitors to get to those links or whatever. That's how we normally get some of those shoes. But Drake's website, you had to jig. So basically you had to add something to the cart minutes before the release. So I added something to the cart, a pair of socks, 10 minutes before, and I still had a queue. So my queue took me to the cart before the actual drop happened at 10 or 9 or whatever it was. So I actually was I was to checkout with that pair of socks. So when the shoe dropped, and I think it actually dropped at like 9:59 or whatever instead of 10, it was a minute early or something. So when it dropped, I added it to cart, and I was already at Apple Pay. Like, as you and Simple are like just adding it to the cart, I'm already paying. So that's why I said you guys didn't have a shot, because you had, 24 minutes or something, and he had 20-something minutes? Yeah. So if you, on websites like that, if you don't jig ahead of time, you have zero shot to get the shoe, because they didn't have bot protection, they didn't have a question, so I was just joking around, sock jig, and he was like, the bot protection cost $3,000. He was like, why would Drake care to have that? He knows it's going to be a sellout regardless. So I guess, it makes sense. Like, if you don't use Shopify for a full store platform like Concepts or whoever else, why would you have it?
Before Travis Scott stuff went to like raffle and pre-order stuff, it didn't have bot protection stuff either, I don't think.
Yeezy Supply used to be like that. Yeezy Supply didn't have... So if you had a monitor on Yeezy Supply or you had a bot, you were going to get it. But that's why Nocta was impossible, because anyone who was logging in thinking, oh, this is a regular release, I have a shot if I click it right when the shoe drops. Nah, you're already 20 minutes behind all the people who already were in queue.
That was me. I thought I had a shot. What time is it? I was going to ask you guys. So before COVID, remember we did that Dunks tournament for March Madness?
Yep. But you didn't go based on, you went based on like a different formula though or something.
I don't remember what we did for that, but like literally that was like the month of COVID. Like that we went home March, everything shut down, March, like
crazy.
that was
2 years.
Yeah, so like I really didn't complete that tournament thing. And everybody's asked me about doing another tournament. So I thought about doing collaboration tournament. Like, you know, 4 things. Like Kith. Like I was like, okay, what if I did like Kith collaboration? Like Kith sneakers, concepts, somebody else, or others. What stores should be there? Does that make sense? You would agree Kith should be there, right?
Yeah.
Concepts.
Well, yeah, because Kith has
a variation of
ASIC. Like, you know, no one has a relationship with any company like Kith has with ASICs.
Because I was going to do 64 sneakers, which I think maybe too many, but...
And then Concepts has to be on there because they had SB, ASICs, Vans, New Balance.
They got everything.
So
okay. And then I need 2 more. Now, I did have one for area I was thinking of saving for other. And other would be your Unions, Ama Meniere, you know, other collaborations, not Off-White and all that, because anything that was like a Nike, like there's no Off-White Vans. Like Off-White was just Nike. You know what I mean? Like no Travis Scott. Travis Scott is Nike. What would be another store to put there?
Bape.
Oh, I guess maybe.
You said
your Nikes though?
No. Bape and Nike? Bape? No, Bape has its own Bape copyrighted.
Oh, yeah, what am I talking about?
Well, Bape had collabs with Vans and Adidas.
They do got collabs with that, but like they would have to be able to compete in a tournament against Kith and Concepts. So I was thinking like Undefeated maybe.
I wouldn't pick Undefeated.
Supreme, actually, that's what I was thinking. Because Supreme got Vans, plenty of Nikes, they got Jordans.
Are people still buying Supreme like that?
No, but Supreme has a lot of classic collaborations that I think will like go head to head in a tournament if I actually feel like making this bracket and time thing. Because I was like, all right, if I do this, we would do an episode where like you would pick all 16 or 8 sneakers of Kith. Another person would do the Concepts, I would do the other ones, somebody would do the other ones, and we would pick what we do as 8th seed, 1 seed, stuff like that, and that's how we build the bracket versus like just randomly doing it, you know, type thing. But I couldn't think of like 2 other stores besides Kith and Concepts. I would never not do Bodega. Bodega's awful. I think Supreme would be the one. Supreme got Vans, Timbs, they got Jordans.
I don't know. I'm sure there's someone that.
I think I would do Supreme. Would you be fine with Supreme?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel strongly about it one way or the other, but I'm just thinking like there's got to be someone that's.
Only one I can think of is Stussy, Undefeated, and Undefeated is.
I was gonna say the collab with New Balance, Aim
Leon Dior. See, he doesn't have enough though.
See, all they have is Clark Wallabies.
I would feel like those Aim Lean Dior ones could fall under another category. So it would be like just like a regular March Madness bracket. Kith, Concepts, Supreme, other. Your other could have your Ama Menieres, your Salehi Benberries, your Unions, your something like that. Does that sound fine?
Someone want to explain to me why the Louis Vuitton Air Force One has a $190,000 offer for a size 9?
It's Louis.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
$190,000 for an Air Force One.
It's a Louis Vuitton one.
It's Louis.
$190,000.
Oh, that's a Louis Vuitton one. That's probably a rich person.
Oh, of course it's a rich person.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
They probably won't even wear it. It's just sitting there.
You probably got that in your bank account, but I don't got that.
I think I'm going to do that. Kith, Concept, Supreme. You fine with that, George?
Yeah, I mean, I'm blanking on what else there is.
Kith, Concept, Supreme, other. Maybe we'll do that with Yuri and Don on the episode and figure that out. And we do our pick test for that one. That's if I feel like making a bracket. Making those brackets is hard, man. Like that computer stuff that goes into it. And I like good stuff. Though. People can like really make their own bracket and vote and pick the stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I don't got nothing else. So y'all got anything else?
I don't. Definitely appreciate you guys having me on. Hopefully I'll be back.
Of course, man. Like I said, man, if you in Arizona, pull up.
You could do Fragment.
Fragment would be a rough one.
See, I only know the 1s and the 3s.
There's only a few fragments.
Well, they got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about being able to compete against concepts in Kith. Those are the hard ones to go against.
Don C. Crap. Them Don C2s. Don't Don C has like his own?
Yeah, but not enough. Like he only maybe got like what 3 maybe.
But wasn't he doing hats and jerseys and stuff too?
Oh yeah, he was doing all that. But like sneaker wise, like he doesn't got the range. Like
Clot.
Shit, nobody beating Kith.
Oh, Patapara. I think Para would be the best one. All the Air Max ones.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably better than the ones that I said.
I think Patapara might be better than. Well, then should I? I think that might be better than Supreme.
I mean,
I just need help with 2 stores. Patapara or Supreme and Patapara and no other.
Definitely got
other would be because I would feel bad leaving out like an I'm a Man Year 3, Union 1s and stuff like that.
And those are competitors. So
and those are competitors. Just Union to me doesn't have the catalog to compete. You know what I mean? Like 8 or 16. What is it? 8? Yeah, 8 sneakers for a Union section. I could do 8 Supremes. I could do 8 Pataparas. So I think I'm gonna do the. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I don't know. I'll put question marks. I'm gonna figure that out. I don't know. Anyways, George, you got anything else? Let's go home, man. Yo, I appreciate you, Tim, pulling up, man.
Appreciate
Hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yes, sir.
Hope it wasn't too bad. Hope you wasn't nervous. You felt comfortable.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Hope we made you feel comfortable.
Very comfortable.
All right. That's all I got. Tim, thank you for coming. George, thank you for coming. That's a sneak this.
Yes, thank you for coming.